Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. What's good, everybody? We got Jones first. We got King Sean second. We got Mark Paul third. What's good, y'all? Y'all already know broadcast. Seyi, my brother Jalen, and me, Rico, is in street scores. It's so much to talk about this week. We're not gonna get to all of it because we're gonna be too busy laughing about a lot of it. I remember last week, y'all didn't know about Ezra Miller. I took 3 hours out of my day to research all of the dumb stuff he's done. So we're gonna get to that eventually. We gonna it's bad. He's literally.
Not only have I been waiting, I seen literally I think a day ago that something else happened. Like he just got convicted or something.
It's like a daily thing with him.
Stick. It's not gonna stick. That's the sad part. No matter what he get caught doing, it's not gonna stick.
What? So he got Johnny Cochran reincarnated as his lawyer or something?
I'm telling you, bro, he's the Riddler. He's the Riddler. It's not even a lawyer. It's him. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing it. Leave that man alone at this point because you're only making it worse. But yeah, I don't know where we want to start. I know Justin Tucker retired. I thought that was pretty interesting because I saw some not retired. He got new money. My fault. It's a lot of retirings. We're gonna talk about those later too if we get to them.
So
Justin Tucker got paid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got paid. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because the stats that I saw, I already knew he was one of the best kickers of all time, but you could definitely say he's the best because he's the most accurate at 91.061%. He has the longest field goal ever. Of course, we all remember the 66-yarder one to win the game. He made 57 straight field goals in the fourth quarter overtime, and he's never missed a kick in the final minute of a regulation.
That's crazy.
That's it, bro. After I saw that, I was like, yeah, I got to at least give him 30 seconds on the show this Friday after I saw those stats because that's ridiculous.
What's the money he got, though? Because I remember it was pretty good.
Bro, it was something like kickers do not get that type of money.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
He got wide receiver money, quarterback money.
Nah, it ain't that crazy, but it's like running backs are jealous. Yeah, running backs are jealous type of money. Yeah. It extends him through 2027. The contract is worth $24 million, $6 million a year, $17.5 million guaranteed. By far the most highest paid kicker of all time.
That's crazy.
Right, man. Trying to get that basketball money.
He earned it though. He's goated. He earned
watch him get on the slump now. Watch him pull a Mike Vanderjack and get on the slump. Watch him.
See, we finally found our franchise kicker, I believe, in Joey Sly. I'm high on him. But you, as a Patriots fan, has had Hall of Fame kickers back to back to back.
I mean, it's just been
smooth sailing.
Yeah, we have Vinatieri, Gostkowski. Now we got Nick Folk. He was trash in other teams, but he's a legend for us.
He was on the Jets, right? Wasn't he trash on the Jets?
I hope you're right about that, Rico, though, because I don't know too much about him. But hey, if he's,
I love him, man. First of all, he made every kick last year except for the one that got blocked, which is the one he got hurt on. Mm-hmm. And then so far, in that Saturday night practice at FedEx Field, the only one he missed was 60 yards, and it had enough leg. He just missed it wide right. And I'll take wide right, wide left over not enough leg any day.
Yeah.
Any day. So I appreciate him. I don't know if you know, he played for Carolina, of course, another guy. Half our team is ex-Carolina guys, coaching staff and all. Yeah. But he used to be a linebacker as well. That's why he's super swole. I don't know. I could actually
look it up.
I don't think y'all have seen Joey Sly, my boy Joey Sly.
Oh, we're talking about, I was about to say Justin Tucker. Yeah. Joey Sly's a pretty big kicker. I know that at least. I won't be surprised if he was a linebacker.
Yeah, bro, it's literally linebacker build. Hold on, I got y'all right.
He's a pretty big kicker. That's what I remember about him.
Yep, swollen and all of us kicker. All he need to work on in his legs, but hey, ex-linebacker, he probably can't help himself.
Oh, that must be great for kickoffs. So it's like you got another outfield player essentially.
I mean, you would think, but again, the play that he got hurt and why we lost him for like the majority, like a nice chunk of the season, was because a kick got blocked and he tried to run the guy down and he like tore his ACL non-contact, just literally tripped and tore his ACL. Never would have made it as a linebacker. It was a good decision.
This is the reason why you're a kicker in the NFL.
This is
linebacker.
Literally why. Like, leave the linebacker alone. It was probably natural. Like when his kick got blocked, he was like, "Oh, this is my moment." You know what I'm saying? Back to his linebacker days. No, stop that. If anything, stop being swole. If that stops you from feeling the need to do stuff like that again. Lose the swole if you're gonna keep trying to do stuff like that, please.
I feel that. the two of y'all watch baseball at all? I know Rico, you basically don't watch baseball.
Not really. No, you lost me. I saw that celebration.
Wait, what celebration? I'm about to say we are two black men from Atlanta. The chances of us watching baseball is very low.
Extremely slim.
Some big news just dropped. That's why I brought it up. One of the best players just got I think a PED, and he's about to get suspended. So
don't tell me he's Juan Soto
Jr.
No, Fernando Tatis Jr. Oh, really? Okay, yeah, I know the players now.
Yeah, now y'all really got blackness. It's Tatis.
Tatis. Yeah. Spanish. I forgot. Spanish. Dominican,
like
right?
Tatis.
I forgot.
I don't even
straight
know.
Tatis.
Tatis. Yeah, I don't even know what
I just remember just seeing a play of him running from from base to third, like all in one motion. I don't know if you've seen that, Jalen, but that was amazing. The fact that he was only supposed to run one base, but he was fast enough to run from base to third or something like that, from first to third.
People don't realize how big that field is until you're on it.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Field is huge.
Yeah.
And they looked at him negatively for that because.
Oh, you
I'm about to say they just looked at him negatively for that because it was an unwritten rule not supposed to do something like that or something. But
no,
I don't know. But yeah, it's a big field.
Yeah, the football field is smaller than you think when you get on it. A baseball field is way bigger than I thought when I got on it. I was like, what is going on? This is I don't know how y'all do this.
Yeah, from home plate to the outfield, you're looking at bigger than a football field, that's for sure. Because a lot of the walls don't even reach till I think 330 feet. So that's obviously bigger than a football field. But yeah, it says 80 games he got. He got 80 games.
80 games?
Yeah.
And I know this, at least for Fernando Tatis Jr., he's in his early 20s, one of the big young stars in baseball. So the fact that he got 80 games, what type of PEDs? Was it kind of accidental? I take it.
He ain't John Jones. They ain't no accidental. It's just it's baseball. They get caught all the time. And I think
so. It's just so it wasn't steroids or anything.
What's up?
It wasn't like DeAndre Hopkins. It was legit steroids or something that makes you a lot better.
Yeah, no, it definitely is steroids. It says PED violation, so yes.
So steroid. Yeah. You hate to see. I thought baseball got rid of this, at least with the players taking steroids. I thought we were in a different time now, but guess not.
That random drug test hit different.
Catch you lacking.
Yeah.
Catch you super lacking.
And that's big for the Padres because look at me, my baseball knowledge. But that's big for the Padres because they just got Juan Soto.
Yeah.
From they just got Juan Soto from your Washington Nationals.
I don't know who your. You better talk to them folks.
Your as in the comment section.
I'm about to say that's comment section partner.
And one thing I still know about baseball is that just like the basketball team, but if not worse, the Washington Nationals are absolute trash.
Yep.
So the fact that they lost their best player to the San Diego Padres, but now the Padres lost one of their other best players, Fernando Tatis Jr.
I mean, y'all know I don't really watch baseball, but if the Braves make it to the championship, whatever you call it, that's how much I don't. I'll root for them there, but I don't watch them during the regular season. And then, of course, growing up, going to Orioles games before the Nationals started, and my favorite colors are black and orange. I like for them to do well, but I don't actively watch either of those teams unless they're literally in the championship, the final series. I think that's what it's called. Something.
World Series.
Have you ever been to Turner Field?
I don't think so. No, I don't believe so.
So I've always went to Turner Field games back in Fulton County, downtown Atlanta, because my sister used to take me because the tickets were cheap. I mean, I think the Braves were kind of lukewarm back in the days when I was a kid, and the fact that Turner Field's in the hood.
What year?
What you about to say? Let's see. I say about about 12, 15 years ago, around that time.
They've been bad the last couple of decades until literally they won the other year, last year. So.
Yeah, exactly. And then Turner Field's also in the hood too. So the tickets were just really cheap.
Terrible.
So I used to always go to baseball games, even though I didn't really care for baseball. But I mean, for the experience of going to a game is fun. Like I still get bored halfway watching it, but the experience is fun.
That's the thing. I love baseball, and I get that. Like I went with my sister maybe a month ago or so, and it's fun for the first 3 innings or so, and then you start kind of just
that attention span. You can't keep. Yeah, it's just like how long?
They be having great hot dogs though. At least from what I remember going to baseball games, they got the best hot dogs. Them and a New York street cart, the best hot dogs I've ever had. Baseball games and New York street carts.
And it was like a minor league game, and we found out that you could bring your dog. So next time we go, I'm bringing mine.
Oh, that's what's up. That's so cool. That makes me really
Is that only for the minor league game, or that's for a major league game too?
Minor league. They wouldn't.
Okay. Yeah. I'm about to say people be wilding if it was a major league game.
And
there's a reason why the Braves moved to SunTrust Park, now Truist Park in Smyrna, Georgia, because they were trying to get a certain type of fan base in there. Like, I don't know if you ever heard this about the Braves, but the Braves was the black person's team because it was in downtown Atlanta. They had black players as well. And a lot of black people supported the Atlanta Braves, but once they moved to Smyrna, they were like, nah, we trying to get a different demographic. People were complaining about the travel to downtown. People were complaining that it's not too safe to go there. So, it
definitely wasn't safe. I ain't gonna lie.
It wasn't safe. Yeah, it wasn't safe. So they moved to Smyrna, and now they got definitely a different demographic. It's definitely a lot brighter crowd if you go to the game.
Definitely a little bit brighter.
Tickets are also more expensive too, which is why I don't go as much.
Yeah, just the property value of that area alone. That just alone changes everything. As far as that goes.
You gotta wait till 5 minutes before opening pitch, man. The first pitch, or any sporting event until kickoff, tip off. You wait 15 minutes, and trust me, the tickets are dropping like crazy because everybody's trying to get rid of them before they can't go, and they're just holding on to them. So if you wait on Vivid Seats, I'm telling you can get a deal. You probably find some.
I don't know. Braves tickets are kind of crazy now after they're winning the World Series and everything. So
I'm sure they went up a little bit, but just in general, if you're going on a Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that, fine. They play 162 games. You're gonna find some, a one day, just a random Thursday, and they're playing for $10 or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me check the ticket prices right now. And the thing is too, I'm in walking distance of the stadium, so I don't even have to drive there. I don't even have to get a parking ticket or anything. I don't have to pay for that.
Smyrna area is crazy. Cumberland, Braves Stadium, they got a lot going on up there.
I guess you're right. There's a game on Tuesday. They're playing the New York Mets. Good team, man. General admission ticket is $13. Just a bleacher seat is $14. Okay, yeah.
I heard the Mets just whooped up on the Braves 3-1, 4-1 in the series or something like that. That's what I was told.
You said what?
For real?
I heard the Mets just whooped up on the Braves just last week or something.
Oh, word?
I don't know though. Oh, Ritter got a touchdown. About that.
Beats me.
Oh, look at Desmond Ritter getting a touchdown. I'm not that big on him, but
fine. Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Yeah, I can pull that up probably on my other computer because I don't want this computer to slow down any more than it's already going. StreamYard kills.
I was watching the game. I turned it off for this podcast. Let me actually just put it on mute so I could at least check from it on the background.
I'm curious to see.
Did you watch the game?
What? I definitely tuned into the time as long as Malik Willis was starting, I was watching the whole time.
I was watching the Patriots game yesterday. We got to watch the winners play.
Brian, I think his name is Babs. You know who that is? That fan?
No.
Brian Babs.
He's known for getting a tattoo before they won the championship. I think 3 years ago or so, whenever they won their last chip. Anyways, he was talking about your guy's second round receiver, talking about he looking like Julio Jones out there. And I was like, ain't no way he said that. It's his shades.
Second round receiver looking like Julio. Who is our second round receiver? Forgot.
I can't remember either.
I forgot his name.
But that does take me to I have a few Patriots points today. We got a couple of Commanders. I have a few Patriots. One negative, one neutral, and one kind of positive because Bill Belichick is just Bill Belichick. We'll talk about it. You'll see. It's something I heard on a podcast randomly. So the first one, we'll get the negative out the way. Are you worried
Tyquan
about
Thornton? Yeah, that's our second round
I recognize the name.
Hey, if that Babs guy say he looks like Julio, I'm inclined to believe he looks like Julio.
Believe it.
I'm inclined to believe it. I'll take his word for it. Seems that Babs guy must be a trustworthy guy.
Yeah, he somehow knew the Patriots were gonna win a couple years ago, and had the audacity to throw it on his shoulder.
So if he knew the Patriots are going to win, how you going to doubt this man saying that Tyquan Thornton don't look like Julio?
He's like half Julio size.
To say, first of all, not even really good, but Julio specifically is crazy. Like,
I mean, he might be half his size, but I mean, it's all about the size of the dog, not the size of the man. And he's 6'3". He is 6'3". What do you mean half his size? That's basically Julio. He's 183. Got to get his weight up, but with weight training and everything, he's going to get his weight up.
That man looked like me out there at Twigs.
He's going to get his weight up. I mean, that's why he's in the NFL 4. Tyquan Julio Jones Thornton.
But how are you feeling about this? This Mac Jones has been looking really bad in camp so far. Do you believe it? You're not putting any weight into it.
It's crazy, right? So, like you say, Mac Jones has been looking really bad at camp. I mean, might be to the reporters and all that, but then I hear Belichick saying he's looking really good at camp. So I don't. Right, so which one is it? Which one is it? You know what? I'm going to take the best coach of all time's word for it. And at the end of the day, like, look, wasn't it Justin Herbert looked completely clueless out there in Hard Knocks a couple years back? And it was just like, oh, no, they might have messed up drafting him at quarterback. Once Tyrod Taylor got that unfortunate injury and he took over, look what happened. Yeah. Justin Herbert is a legit franchise quarterback. So I'm not going to take anything from what people say at training camp. All I am going to do is just look at the results. And Mac Jones, we trust. The return of the Mac.
Okay.
I did hear one I agree with Nick Wright the other day when they were talking about the whole rumors about Mac Jones and stuff like that. Is that he's 9th best quarterback in the AFC at best. 9th best quarterback in the AFC.
All right.
Let's pull up the AFC quarter. Let's pull up the AFC real quick.
All right.
Right. Undoubtedly, he's right. It's not even. There's no debate.
Yeah, I can't think.
Only thing right about Nick is his name, and that's it. He's always wrong with his takes.
Let's look at this, man, because he might be on to something, bro. Ninth at best.
Yep.
Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Deshaun Watson when he plays, Russell Wilson.
Well, okay. Well, let's take that because he ain't playing week 1. It could be Jacoby Brissett, who is Mac Jones is better than. It could be Jimmy Garoppolo, who Mac Jones is probably better than. So.
All right, so we'll say 8, excluding the Browns for now.
Yeah.
8th at best. You have Matt Ryan. Depends on how you are
in 2022. He might be better than Matt Ryan in 2022.
Nah, I'm not putting him over Matt Ryan.
He's better than Davis Mills. Like, we didn't circle that one.
I can't be mad at Davis. Yeah, that's why I skipped over. We can't. I know I'm not mad at Davis Mills.
He's better than Trevor Lawrence currently.
He's
the best quarterback from that draft.
He's the best statistically. He's the best quarterback from that.
He
draft
had the best situation. He had the best O-line. All of that.
But who's to say that Trevor Lawrence would have been better than Mac Jones if he had Mac Jones' situation? We don't know yet because we ain't see it. We ain't see it. We ain't see it.
I'll give him the Trevor Lawrence because we've seen Mac Jones play well. But Matt Ryan is crazy. To say Matt Ryan is not better than Mac Jones.
In 2022. I'm not saying 2021, not 2020, not 2019, 2022, when this guy is absolutely washed.
He's about to have the best run game in the NFL with him. He's going to be straight.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. That's
Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert.
Better than that boy.
Okay. Dolphins, better than that. Better than Tua.
I'm not going to pick Tua over.
Oh, better than Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson, we still got to see.
That's not even a debate.
Not
better
Lamar,
than anything
not
the
Derek
Steelers got
Carr.
at quarterback.
Yeah, I'll take. I mean, we'll see. But
I'll take Ryan. I'll take Mac Jones over Ryan Tannehill. That's just me, but I'll take Mac Jones over Ryan Tannehill.
Outside of that playoff game, I take Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
But yeah, that playoff game was terrible. Like I've as much as I make fun of Mac Jones has never looked as bad as Ryan Tannehill looked in that playoff game last year. He literally sold the game, like just gave it away.
Yeah.
So how 1, 2, we'll any of the possibles, like we're gonna play this like spades. Any possibles we're gonna skip. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll skip that. 5 because I'm doing that right now. 6,
okay. You put that right.
8, and we skipped the Browns. We skipped Trevor Lawrence, who I think is still better. Like he said, at 9th at best, and that's excluding Deshaun Watson.
That's excluding Deshaun Watson, bro.
Okay. I mean, not that how many teams. That's still good. If we go over the NFC now, 16. There's a lot of quarterbacks he's better than. So
y'all not
NFC's ugly.
Y'all not in that. I ain't hearing none of that.
Yeah, I was saying we ain't got to deal with that. The NFC does get really
Murray
ugly.
got it better than anything the Falcons got. Better than anything the Panthers got.
You ain't gonna disrespect Mario.
Wow! Baker Mayfield.
Like that.
From what we've seen of Baker Mayfield the past year, he's better than that.
He was hurt.
He could be better. He could be better this year.
I don't believe
but from what we've seen
over Mac Jones.
I think he was just hurt last year. I think that was the main problem. Even though that him not being able to hit OBJ is always gonna bother me, but
yeah.
He's currently better than anything the Chicago Bears got. Currently,
not for long, but currently I give you that.
I could agree to that too, but right now, Lions. So we don't even talk about that one.
Jared Goff.
Okay, Packers, Rams, Vikings. We could skip that. Saints. He's better than. He's at least can play 17 games.
I was about to say at the very least.
Jameis Winston.
I'll take
Jameis Winston's already hurt again.
Jameis.
At least he can play 17 games a season, so I'll take him. Eagles,
availability.
Depends what offensive
I'm not big on Jalen
situation you can have. If you want to have a mobile quarterback scrambling offense, okay, you can take Jalen Hurts. But anything else pro style, I'm taking Mac Jones.
That's a good point.
Garoppolo's better.
Well, Garoppolo's not going to start. Trey Lance is. And from what we know with Trey Lance, Mac Jones is currently better. So
Jimmy G about to start somewhere, though. I think they say he might go to the Browns.
That's what I said. Yeah, when we were talking about the Browns, that he might be better than Jimmy G. I said that. So
okay,
we put that up for debate. Seahawks better than anything they definitely have.
I don't even know what they have besides Drew Lock.
Definitely better than anything that Washington team has.
Oh no, you're trolling. You're trolling.
Yeah,
no question.
You're trolling.
No question. Washington Giants, no question.
You're trolling.
No question.
Even just what Carson Wentz did last year, 27-7. You're trolling.
Yeah,
you gotta be trolling.
So that's why the Colts just gave you Carson Wentz off their hands.
Bro, that was politics. That's politics, bro. The owner's weird, bro.
They were begging you to take him for a reason. They were like,
bro,
please
Jim Irsay is worse than Dan Snyder in certain ways. You would trust Dan Snyder's opinion on what's going on with a quarterback if you picked up a quarterback. Like if the Patriots just picked up like a player from us and Dan Snyder comes on and is like, that player is terrible. Don't trust him. You could actually take that opinion. I don't believe in Jim Irsay.
Well, hey. Jim Irsay did draft Andrew Luck at the end of the day.
Yeah, but that's a can't miss.
Yeah,
he could have drafted RG3. I mean, RG3 was in the conversation a little bit.
RG3 never got hurt.
But there was a specific team that drafted RG3 that shaped their future negatively, but that wasn't the Indianapolis Colts.
RG3 was supposed to be top 5. Nobody's saying that. We just know RG3 was not hurt. He'd be good enough to be in the league.
But RG3 was hurt in college. He was getting hurt in college. So this was foreshadowing something that this might have been a pattern.
You can't blame.
I'll cherish that 2012 season though. Even though like everything else sucked afterwards, that 2012 season, it was nothing like it.
I was able to smile as a Washington fan as long as I
Tragic.
It is
tragic.
It is bad.
Tragic.
Really bad.
Imagine having only one season you're able to smile. Tragic.
Hey, bro, one thing One thing Burgundy and Gold fans are always going to hold on to, the 1991 Super Bowl team is the best team in NFL history. That's not even up for debate, bro. That's not even up for the statistics, everything.
How many? Raise your hand if you were alive in 1991.
Hey, bro, what parameters are we sitting? Because the Patriots haven't won a Super Bowl since years ago. How far back we going? We talking about now.
We were all alive the last time they won a Super Bowl. We weren't even alive back then.
But I don't like this alive parameter.
None of us were even thought of.
I'm not taking the alive parameter. I'm talking about, are we going to do history or now? I'm not doing it in between. I'm doing history or now, at least Super Bowl era.
We couldn't even do a podcast back in 1991. That wasn't even thought of. We couldn't even have a laptop. Was there even internet?
Hey, still best team of all time, bro. You can't tell me different. I'm sticking to it. I'm straight sticking to it. Where were we at? Oh, I don't think y'all saw. It was super random too. Reportedly, Ben Simmons left the Nets group chat after they asked him to play in Game 4.
He actually responded to that and said, like, he said, "Stop lying." He responded to that.
Like, bro, you tweeting right now? You're tweeting right now. You actually tweeting anything right now. Like some like public appearances, him on the basketball court, bro. Like, there's no.
This is like the most famous picture of him, not in a jersey.
Why did he get
a regular shirt?
Why?
Yeah, bro, because he been chilling. He been standing on the beach, not practicing, outdoors. No, just chilling.
You sitting on a tanning bed while playing Call of Duty.
Chilling,
bro. Cooling. Only time he inside is to play video games. No basketball. no basketball at all. So he's trying to debunk that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't give him the benefit of the doubt on anything.
No, I don't. I mean, it's kind of wild to believe, but at the end of the day, like, he was supposed to play Game 4, and even his teammates and even Steve Nash basically didn't even know. Like, it was just all up to Ben Simmons. So I mean, it sounds like that could happen, but
another thing is, I don't think it's crazy. I would do the same thing if I know I'm not gonna play, and people are demanding that I play and
keep spamming.
I'm out. Like, what are you talking about? I'm not.
Just the thing is, like, Rick Bucher apparently made that report. How does he even know? How does he know about the group chat?
Who
said this to him?
Yeah, I don't think he's close enough to Kyrie or KD or anybody to have that inside scoop. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, he close to Patty Mills. That's I'm just BS. I don't know. But
I'm about to say, wait, Patty Mills snitching then? I mean, like, whoever he close to, snitching.
It could be Goran Dragic. Because Goran Dragic was saying some stuff about the Nets after he left. So it could have been Goran Dragic.
Snitching.
Could have been.
I don't think it's significant to even, like, kind of. It's like,
dive into.
Yeah. I can't blame him for not wanting to play in that game. And I feel like that report that he was going to play at, what was it, Game 4 or maybe Game 3? I thought that was BS. There was some type of, like, the Nets throwing it out there trying to get him to
trying to get him. Yeah, I'm definitely
it's like some San Antonio Spurs thing where they tried to do with Kawhi, just trying to put something out there so they basically to force him to play.
Yeah. And it never worked. It hasn't worked yet. That strategy has not worked for anybody.
Well, I guess in related news, we could just talk about Kevin Durant, where he says,
sir, I was bringing that picture up right now.
Boston.
Yeah, he gave an ultimatum. He told Nets owner Joe Tsai that you either trade me or fire general manager Sean Marks and Nets head coach Steve Nash. If I'm Joe Tsai, I'll be like, man, I could call them right now. I'll fire them right in the office. Don't even leave. I'm going to fire them right now. Like, that's all you got to do. It should have fired them anyways.
Yeah,
he should have. And, you know, as much as I hate KD and I don't like him, one thing I got to give him, though, is like everybody always says he's the one that wanted Steve Nash.
You know he listens to everything and watches everything. Don't say that too loud.
Now, I like him when he's chilling, like off the court, outside of the Twitter stuff and the other accounts. But like basketball-wise is what I'm talking about. And I guess Jonan-wise, because that DC Young Fly situation, I'm still mad about that. But like one thing he gets attached to is that they always say he handpicked Steve Nash. I think it was more so the Nets wanted to hire Steve Nash, and then KD was like, sure, let's do it. Let's try it. So I don't like the fact that that's attached to him. Like, you the one that picked him type of thing. I feel like that's unfair for him. Even as much as I don't really rock with him, I think that's unfair.
Yeah, and like Steve Nash went from doing soccer analysis for Bleacher Report to becoming a head coach. It wasn't like he was just fresh from playing the game. So the fact he'd even go through like the assistant coach role, and you just could see like watching the games, he's out of his element. He's constantly getting out coached just because he was one of the best point guards of all time, definitely one of the best passing point guards of all time. Doesn't mean it's going to just automatically translate as a coach, especially if you've been removed from the game for a number of years. And they had a good coach in Kenny Atkinson and with Sean Marks as well. If they would have just kept Jarrett Allen and did not trade him for James Harden, they would have been straight.
Way better team. Chemistry-wise.
Chemistry-wise and just overall talent because of that trading basically their whole bench. They don't have any depth either. Trading all their first-round picks to the Rockets. Now Rockets got control of all of their first-round picks. So no matter if they become the worst team in the NBA, the Rockets could just take their pick, and then they'll take the lower, and then the Nets will take the lower pick. So just for that alone, I would fire Sean Marks and Steve Nash. You won't even have to get Kevin Durant to even tell me. The fact that he's saying that makes me say less. Like, fire them right now. I wouldn't trade Kevin Durant. I would fire them. If that's what makes him happy, I would fire both of them.
And I don't know if you guys saw, but Kevin Durant and Harden were working out together today. So
there was a report that Kevin Durant wanted to play with James Harden again, but I don't know how. First of all, why? Second of all, how would that trade even work?
Kevin Durant making that phone call to James Harden, like, yo, bro, I see what you mean. I see what you mean with Kyrie, bro. I'm trying to get out too.
Yo,
hey, you still got room in Philly?
If it happens, it'll probably end up being Tobias Harris. But could you imagine them?
Tobias Harris? You think Nets are taking Tobias Harris?
No, but I'm just saying,
no.
If it happens, could you imagine that the Sixers actually decide, nah, you know what, we'll take KD right now than over Embiid, which is just a crazy idea. Absolutely crazy.
No, if I'm Nets, I'm going to seriously troll. Like, we want Joel Embiid. We want Joel Embiid. Like, of course, Sixers ain't going to take that. If I'm Nets, if I'm actually going to seriously make the trade, which I won't, I'm taking Maxey.
Yeah, Maxey would be nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So you're the Celtics fan that wants Jalen Brown traded.
No, I don't want Jalen Brown traded. I'm being realistic. I want Tatum traded. I want Tatum off my squad for Kevin Durant, but I know they're not going to move Tatum at all. So just take Jalen. Take Jalen and Derek.
I want to trade any one of them.
At
the end of the day, they're still in their mid-20s. This guy is 34 with mood swings. I'm not trading any one of them.
Nah,
mood swings.
I know if we trade either one of them, Tatum or Jalen, we're winning the NBA championship. We're already the bench is too nice for it not to happen. We have the best squad in the league right now. There's no question about it. You name it.
Or y'all could win an NBA championship just like y'all could have won this past year. Not that you are winning the NBA championship. If you look at the Clippers are getting Kawhi and Paul George back.
They're not.
The Nuggets are getting Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. back. The Warriors are still going to be the Warriors. The Lakers are going to finagle their way to becoming a contender again. I don't know about that.
All right, well, you just named a bunch of teams that are in the West. So even if they come in,
Bucks still got Giannis and a healthy Middleton.
Even with a healthy Middleton, Durant and either Jalen or Tatum with Brogdon and Gallinari on the bench, I'm sorry, there's not a team out there that can withstand that. And then the Bucks haven't recovered without PJ Tucker. They still don't have anybody else to fill that role. Nobody. And they tried it with Wesley Matthews, and that man Wesley Matthews was getting annihilated by the refs. Anytime he fouled someone, they called it. Anytime somebody fouled him, they did not call it. They let it rock. And he played a lot of minutes too. So the Bucks, I like the Bucks because Giannis is the best player in the NBA right now. But honestly, in my opinion, they don't have enough to beat Boston at all. And
I just don't agree rushing the process because I think I made this point before that a lot of superstars like LeBron, Steph Curry, they won their first championship at 27. Jason Tatum is 24. Jalen Brown is 25. I would keep rocking with them and let them develop instead of trading for a 34-year-old player, even though he's still one of the top 5, top 10 players in the NBA, I'm still going to keep my young core.
I don't know. I think ultimately I don't believe in Tatum. So that's why I'm kind of okay with trading Tatum away for Durant. That's why I'm like, yo, let's move Tatum. And I love Jalen, but he's not as good at. He doesn't have the skill set as Tatum. He'll never be the number one guy. And I think Brad Stevens knows it, and I think everybody knows it. So why not throw 2 number ones together in Tatum?
Just as long as Tatum just gets over his obsession with Kobe and just play a game more catered to his strengths, I think Tatum will be fine. I feel like he's still young enough where he could change his game. So I don't think like this Kobe-esque style of play is going to stick.
But the thing is even at his best, obviously he's going to continue to get better. But even at his best, he's not one of the top guys in the league still. Like, he got outplayed by Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler's better. And that's Jimmy
also
Butler.
More experience. Also more experience. And Jimmy Butler is Butler always elevates his game in the playoffs. It's kind of like the guy that kind of like coasted the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, he'll take his game to another level. That's always been with Jimmy Butler.
It is experience, but Jimmy's had that pedigree, and I don't see it in Tatum. I just don't. And there's a bunch of players I can list that I take over Tatum. As much as it pains me to say this as a Celtics fan, if there was no previous history, I would take Kyrie over Tatum. I would take a bevy of players over this man.
You would take Kyrie over Tatum?
If
I don't know about that. You're going to have to deal with the burning sages, the random sabbaticals where he's not playing. I don't know about that.
We're talking about straight game. He's not up there with some of the greats in the league right now. Not even.
But going back to Jimmy Butler, he became an all-star caliber player at 25 years old. He wasn't a star from off the bat. So you got to just think about your career trajectories as well. That the fact that Tatum became so good so young, and that's why I feel like we always have these high expectations of him. Like, and with the fact we always seen this team get so far in the playoffs when they were all young, that we just felt like he should have won a championship by now. But at the end of the day, he's only 24. But Jimmy Butler became a star at 25. He still has ways to go, and he's going to get much better.
With Jimmy Butler, my friend is a Bulls fan, so I would watch a bunch of Bulls games, and I could just see that Jimmy Butler had that in him, and he could become what he is right now. And with Tatum, I haven't missed a Celtics game since 2016, so I've seen Tatum play every single NBA game, and he just is never going to surpass this league. He's never going to get to the KD level. Now, granted, KD's obviously top 20 of all time.
Very few players are going to get to KD level.
I got that, but the thing
is, second best small forward ever, probably.
People are putting him in that light that he can get to that, and I don't think he'll reach that ever. I don't think he's that good, and I don't think he is going to excel or propel his game much more than he is right now. He'll get slightly better. There's some things that he can get better at. There's efficiency, especially during the regular season. But
I say his potential is like a tier under Giannis and Embiid, Jokic, like that level. Just a tier under that. That's his max potential to me, which is still perennial superstar, which is still legit superstar. Like a guy that's getting you like probably like 30 a game, like nearly 30 a game, but also unlike Melo, it's like a positive on the defensive end.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of where he's at right now. He's just, and he's
more efficient though. I feel like he'll be more efficient at that.
Okay, yeah, I can agree with that. I think he will become more efficient. I just think he's not what the NBA's pushing. I mean, they throw his face everywhere like he's the top 5 guy in the league. Like,
well, you got to consider this. He plays for the Boston Celtics, one of the biggest markets in the NBA, one of the most storied franchises. So if you're the best player on that team, just like the Lakers, you're going to be on billboards. You're going to be on commercials.
Cowboys with that. Like he's just the best thing doing it.
Exactly.
I mean, with football, that's a little different because, your quarterback is everything. But
quarterback, yeah.
They didn't mention Jalen. It's like, yo, will Tatum propel the Celtics? Like, what you mean? Like, Tatum, he'll have the worst game on the floor sometimes, and Jalen will have the best, or somebody will come up smart, Horford, anybody, and they'll just act like Tatum did it all because he he hit a mid range with 3 minutes to go in the game.
Well, what Tatum reminds me a lot of is Paul George, because even when Paul George was in the Indiana Pacers, I didn't see him being a superstar. I feel like he was being very overrated during that time because they were having good matchups with the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron.
Yeah.
One thing I've seen with Paul George is he's a very athletic player, can score a lot, but I just felt like he wasn't that efficient in scoring, and his ball handling skills at that time weren't that good. Fast forward to the Paul George of today. Paul George is as smooth as anybody on the offensive end, much better than he offensively than he was in the Indiana Pacers. He's a lot more injury prone now, but that jump shot, which was very streaky when he was in Indiana Pacers, now it's more like nearly it's kind of like nearly automatic. It's just the thing with Paul George is his mentality sometimes.
My man Paul George is the opposite of clutch. The opposite of clutch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's mentality, but if you just talk about just his pure offensive game, it's as smooth as anybody. But sometimes he'll just have like these lapses and moments where he's not playing well. But
that man let Joe Ingles cook him in an elimination game. I'll never forget it. That man Paul George, he went 3 for 15 with 6 turnovers against the Utah Jazz in the first round, and he's had several games like that. I mean, the game in the bubble where they were trying to come back and that man hit the side of the backboard. Like he's a different level of folding, bro. But hey, to each his own, I guess. Paul George he's a good player. I think Tatum's a little better than Paul George now.
Oh, he's better, but I'm just talking about like the game, the style of game is similar to Paul George. Okay, and then Paul George also emulated Kobe. So there you go.
Well, yeah, we know.
There you go.
On that route.
But if he could develop but Paul George in Indiana, I'll say was also similar to Tatum, that he was still kind of like offensive game wasn't as polished. You know, Tatum's a much better player, much better scorer than the Paul George back then, but he polished his game up. He polished the holes in his game. So with Tatum can polish the holes in his game, he'll be like a tier under Giannis.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Paul George, he wasn't always beyond the 3-point line. His game was definitely more like 20 feet and in, but now he's got it all around the floor. He can do everything. But yeah, he's definitely more polished than he definitely was when he was on Indiana.
Yeah. Yeah. And before we move on, shouts out to Almakun for the donation. Appreciate that. Asked the thoughts on the secondary. I'm actually really excited. Just to answer that real quick before we dive into everything else. Y'all know I'm really high on Percy Butler. I think he could eventually become that true rangy single high free safety we've been waiting for a while. So I'm really interested in seeing what he looks like in the preseason. I think our corners in second year in the system, I think everybody's going to be really good. I think our defense really, even without Chase Young for a minute, is going to be really good. And the secondary is going to shut it down for sure. I love Benjamin St. Juste as well. And then what was the next? Serena Williams retired. So I definitely wanted to shout that out.
Or she will retire? Or did she officially? Yeah, she will retire.
He's going to do the U.S. Open, I believe.
So. Yeah, about to. But still, I just off the another one like Justin Tucker, I was like, I had to talk about some crazy achievements. 73 singles titles, 23 Grand Slam titles, 14 Grand Slam double titles, 4 Olympic gold medals, and $94 million in prize money.
Yeah, she's the best female tennis player of all time, no question.
Yeah.
Oh, that's no question. And not just that, best female athlete of all time. I think that one. Yeah.
Some people people do their debates, they be throwing her in there.
Is there anybody else I'm missing?
I mean, she plays what's the word? A solo game or a solo sport.
Definitely most marketable. Yeah, I mean, Lisa Leslie could come up, but yeah, I mean, WNBA is not that popular.
Sport.
Best female of all time. I don't know too many about like foreign female athletes, but as far as Americans go, yeah, for sure, no question.
Yeah,
we could go into the UFC, MMA. If we're talking about all overall female athletes, if you want to just go there, and then we can find somebody. But just in terms of like the level of achievements, like no one comes close in terms of female athletes.
Who's up near Serena Williams in the UFC?
No, I was asking you. Like I'm saying, if you wanted to go there.
Nunes is great, and Ronda Rousey was great when she was fighting, but they're not. I mean, this is sustained greatness. This is years and this is decades.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think any female athlete comes close. Very few male athletes come close. Like, one I can think of is Tom Brady and Tiger Woods, but very few female athletes come close. So I say she's the greatest female athlete of all time, bar none.
Okay,
easily for sure. Yeah, and then I guess we can go ahead and get to the Dejounte Murray and Paolo Banchero beef, man. How y'all feeling about this?
Oh, it's actually Banchero. You know, it's Italian. I thought you knew you're Italian, Rico. It's Banchero.
My fault. I didn't even realize he was Italian. I didn't know he was Italian this whole time.
Yeah, black and Italian.
Oh, I did not know.
That's why his name is Paolo.
Hey, Dejounte Murray needs help because what's this man doing? Like, bro, why?
Bruh.
I hate you. Do you got the quotes on here? You got the quotes?
I can go pull it up. Sadly, I was trying to avoid it, but sadly, we can go ahead and go to it.
Murray said he'll blow his back out, though.
Bro, like, what's that mean? Like, break that down. What could that mean outside of what it sounds like it means? Try to break that play down. Try to break that play down. I
see Dejounte Murray getting assimilated to Atlanta. I see that.
See, my issue is why is this happening in the off season? Like, you would think you'd be talking this crazy after
this happened in a pro-am.
You would think in the regular season game there'd be some merit to like talk, but why? It's a pro-am game, bro. And you talking about a rookie that hasn't played in the NBA yet, and Dejounte Murray taking all types of L's. I don't care about the whole. There's that. Yeah. I'll blow your back out.
Just like, what's going on? What's good with dude? What does this mean?
You good? What
does this mean?
Just you wait.
Just what is it outside of what it sounds like?
I wonder if Paolo ever responded to this. I looked at this. I'm like, bruh, like I see you been in Atlanta. I see.
If it's not frisky or violent, like it's shooting somebody, what else could it mean?
Don't tag me.
And it can't be shooting somebody NBA player. What are you gonna do?
He said, "Don't tag me." Tagged him to it too. First of all, his name is terrible. Paolo 5. Like, we got to do better than that. You got to be a better brand than that.
That's so basic.
Got to be a better brand than that. That's a generated email. Twitter, Instagram gave him that name. He did not want that. But yeah, we got to do better than that. But yeah, Dejounte, you tripping, bro. But like, so this all started from. Because I know everybody's seen the play where he like faked him out and then dunked and then like pretended to give him the ball, then threw it away from him and all of that. And he's been a menace the whole offseason. Even outside of just Paolo, he bounced the face on one guy and then bounced off his head. The other guy was like a rebound. He was on the ground. He bounced it off his nose.
He said why is he so disrespectful? Well, for the guy he bounced on his head, he said he was just too close to him. Like.
And that's the thing. The first time I'm like, all right, cool, Dejounte.
His head was below his waist. Yeah, that's what he meant.
The first time, I'm like, all right, that's cool, Dejounte. Like, if somebody did that to me, and if it was Dejounte Murray, and I've never seen him do that disrespectful to nobody, I'm like, all right, bro, like that was ridiculous, but I'm gonna let it slide. The second time, the second guy, he's seen Dejounte Murray do that to somebody else. I'm not letting that happen, bro.
You talking about the guy on the ground?
Drop the basketball, bro. Drop the
basketball. We got it's more than basketball now.
Much, bro. He playing.
Where did this come from? I don't remember him having this much of a personality. And like, what is all of it? Like,
you can't do nothing when you're in San Antonio. You can't.
And he's from Seattle. Like, where is all of this coming from? Like,
I think he's trolling because I remember right when it was like when there was the news about him potentially being traded. He started like throwing out like eye emojis or whatever. Like he's looking out for these
popcorn emojis too. Grab your popcorn.
And then right before he got traded, he was in New York and he was like, what's going on here on his Instagram story? And I'm like, this man, he's
a troll tour.
But he also wanted to be traded, so it's kind of like just egging it in. Like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Dejounte's from Seattle. Paolo Banchero is also from Seattle as well. So like they go back, I guess, before the NBA. So
what is the beef?
Dejounte Murray was like Paolo Banchero's big bro and everything. So I guess I don't know what happened in between them, but Dejounte Murray was saying like now you're number one pick. You acting all that and all. Yeah, you're acting like you're too big.
See,
and all
at that point, I was on Dejounte Murray's side, even though I didn't know what was going on, because I was like, all right, maybe Paolo's acting crazy. But through all of this, I'm definitely on Paolo's side over Dejounte Murray because he's been tripping. He's been on a world tour.
I read that first statement where like Dejounte was saying that he needs to be humbled or whatever. Like
and that's when I was with him a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, Dejounte, but this is he doing too much
now.
He doing way too much now.
And Paolo's scary. He looks like a serial killer. I don't know. I don't trust him. But Dejounte Murray definitely is tripping. He's I don't know what's going on. And stuff like this, you could have kept this to yourself. I don't know what this insult means. Please break down what this insult means. Please. Like try to translate it into basketball terms how your back could get blown up. Please.
Explain this in basketball terms.
Please.
If anybody can even take a shot at it.
We know you ain't shooting anybody.
Okay, yeah, it's not violence. It's not violence.
So what does this mean? Explain.
We have two possibilities left: basketball and the other one. Well, what's going on? Give me back. Can anybody give me basketball at all?
That man's trolling. He's trolling at this.
Just you wait sounds like Popeye, like why I oughta, like that don't even sound tough. Just you wait don't sound tough at all.
Yeah,
like
that's when I like serious though, because like I'll blow you back out crazy, but little boy. It's like, bro, he
just you wait.
Yeah, he's doing something like
ugly, bro. That man get joned on for that one. I don't know.
And the fact that he tag him too on a story,
bro, don't tag me.
Don't tag. We know who you talking to. Don't put my name next to that because now when everybody screenshots it, they see Paolo on it. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I need more answers. Somebody's gonna have to dive into this. I'm surprised with all of the media people that's always starving for a story. Nobody's gotten a hold of these two and like truly asked them.
I'll give Dejounte this. I guess people are gonna watch Hawks Magic for the first time and since Orlando.
That's why.
Oh, true.
That's why.
Since Dwight Howard was on the Magic, bro. That's probably the first time.
I might get myself a ticket. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's a good point. Like the cameras are going to be rolling for Magic versus Hawks, especially that first matchup. Exactly. For sure. That's a really interesting. That's interesting. Now I didn't even think about that. I'm excited. I'm actually going to tune in for that. I mean, I watch Hawks games generally, but I'm like making sure I pull up to that one the first time they play the Magic.
I hope it's in Orlando so I can go.
Yeah. I don't plan on going, so I'm gonna definitely let you have the Orlando. I hope it's in Orlando as well. But that's crazy. Yeah, this beef. I want to see what it looks like on the court. Is Dejounte Murray gonna be just as petty? Dunk, pretend he's gonna give the ball to Paolo to inbound and then just throw it to the ref, like just. Or do the Kobe, the Matt Barnes, the Kobe.
Yeah.
How far are we going?
Is Paolo going to flinch or not?
Right.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see. And Paolo looks like a serial killer, so I doubt he'll flinch. I think he's ready for everything. Not even in a tough way, but a scary way.
This man is 6'10", 250 as well. I don't think Dejounte Murray could do much to him.
Nah, yeah. They in the picture they make Dejounte look like he's just like the same height or taller, but they're actually literally nowhere near the same height. It's not even close. This picture
Dejounte Murray is like 6'5", 190 at best.
So whoever made this picture, bless them. We need to see them actually standing next to each other in real life.
Not doing that's so bad. Like, he doesn't look like a serial killer in that picture. Like he's just ready.
Scared. Yeah, like just like not even like the toughest, angriest guy, but just the craziest. I don't know. Something about him looks untrustworthy.
He is Italian. He could be related to a mafia member, so I won't even trust that as well.
And Italy been tripping lately. I don't know if y'all saw the Nigerian thing. That was weird.
Wait, what happened?
That was weird.
What happened? What I missed?
It was like an Italian. It's like a long story. It's not even probably good to talk about on the stream, but it was pretty bad. Just know the Nigerian died and the Italian did it. And it was in Italy too.
Yeah.
But of course, definitely got to briefly talk about Sam Mills III getting fired. I especially want to know Jalen's point of view on this, because I was celebrating. I mean, granted, you don't want to celebrate people getting fired, but man, this was like the most important firing we've had in a while, bro.
And I was gonna bring that up. I saw your video about we don't want to celebrate nobody getting fired, but we want to celebrate somebody getting fired this time.
He had to go.
Sam, he had to go. It had to have been done. And I honestly didn't think it was going to happen, considering we've gotten a couple days in the training camp, a couple weeks in training.
Yeah.
And man,
the timing was crazy. Like something had to have happened behind the scenes, like an argument, a fight, or something. It's like middle of training camp. Why not before? Really, why not last year?
Exactly.
And I'm just impressed because Ron Rivera is normally loyal to the point that it's bad, like to a fault. Like he keeps guys even when they're underperforming if he has a long history with them. He's been with Sam Mills for 11 years, dating back to Carolina. I'm surprised that he finally let him go, but it definitely makes our team better by default. It doesn't, even if the next coach, who's Jeff Ganina,
whatever,
Zanina, how you pronounce it?
Or something like that,
Ganina. But you kind of pronounce the Z in the beginning a little bit with the G. Even if he's not a great defensive lines coach, you can't get worse than with Sam Mills, because Sam Mills is literally teaching them the opposite of what they should know. Warren Sapp coming to camp teaching them something. The assistant defensive lines coach, who's now the defensive line coach, teaching them the same thing. And you got Sam Mills overriding all of it and telling them the exact opposite. And basically,
they were imploding within as well.
Yeah, people fight. Durant Payne, Jonathan Allen fighting during the Dallas game. Matt Ioannidis back in 2020 was on paper noting that he didn't like Sam Mills as a coach. And we've been hearing for the past couple of years that several defensive linemen don't like him. And the defensive lineman group doesn't have a lot of players. So when you say several, at least one of them matters. Like there's at least Jonathan Allen, Durant Payne, maybe both of them included in that. We just don't know. Matt Ioannidis is the only name that we know publicly that didn't like him. So it just had to happen, bro. It wasn't working out.
The timing is odd, but I like that it's before the first preseason game. I think there can be some reestablished culture or identity, especially with just him out the building, let alone him being the the head D-line coach. So it's a great firing to say.
Well, I just hate the fact that he was basically trying to teach him what Nick Saban does. And it's kind of interesting because Jonathan Allen and Durant Payne come from the Nick Saban cloth. But like Sam Mills' philosophy was take up space and allow your linebackers to make plays. But Warren Sapp and everybody else is like, no, Jonathan Allen, Durant Payne, y'all are too good to just be sitting here. How about y'all go get the quarterback? And so now we're finally moving towards that philosophy.
Yeah, and now I don't know if this was the case in Carolina, if they were doing the same thing. But it makes sense with Carolina with Kuechly and Davis, but it doesn't make linebacking core.
Does not make sense with ours.
Thomas Davis, right? Or am I walling?
Yeah, Thomas Davis. Yeah, Kuechly, Thomas Davis. Yeah, Georgia Bulldog. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. It makes sense with that core, but with our linebackers, it doesn't make any sense, especially with our linemen. Like, go get them.
Yeah, y'all the freak athletes. Y'all the first round picks. 4 first round picks. If y'all don't go make something happen.
Great. Honestly, it was awesome to see that. Not to see him lose his job, but to see a new guy as the D-line coach. We needed that. We needed that.
Refreshing, bro. Agree wholeheartedly, man. Anything you want to say, Seyi, before we moved on?
I mean, well, I appreciate him on a great job for making the Washington Commanders worse. And
I knew.
Just hope we got another coach for the Washington Commanders to make the team worse. But good work, Sam Mills.
No, it literally can't get worse. Like I'm telling you, like it's literally like that's the thing. This assistant defensive lines coach, literally, you just have to do the bare minimum, and our defensive line is literally naturally better. First of all, they're probably just going to be better because they're like, oh wait, Ron Rivera fires people now. We got to be on our P's and Q's. So it literally just can't get you can't get any worse than the worst. Even if they're still bad, it can't be worse than what it was.
And we
just can't.
But like even with the injuries, it was too bad of a D line last year that we could even fathom keeping the same guy. That's why, like when you said the timing is so weird, because I thought, oh, I guess we're running it back this far in the training camp, but thankfully he's no longer here.
like I said, the timing had to have been some type of argument, a fight behind doors. With Warren Sapp constantly coming in and undercutting them and telling the players to do the exact opposite of what Sam Mills III was telling them. Or also the timing, his grandfather just got inducted into the Hall of Fame, so they waited for him to go there and then come back, which technically means he got fired on his day off.
Yeah.
But I guess Ron Rivera didn't want him to go to his grandfather's Hall of Fame enshrinement with all of that heavy baggage, so they probably just waited till he came back and was like, okay, I know you had fun on vacation. You might as well just don't even unpack your bags. Keep your bags exactly where they are. You can go ahead and dip up out of here.
Nah, he should have did it while his grandfather was on the stage. So that way, when he's done, he could just stay there.
He don't even have to come back to DC. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, you straight.
Don't even worry about it. But okay, we already talked about that. Let me give it to these tabs so we can stay organized. All right, speaking of beefs, have y'all seen this Bengals wide receiver versus Browns DB beef?
No.
Not at all.
Nobody's seen it. Oh man!
The fact we're talking about Bengals and Browns in 2022 just shows how far we came in the NFL.
Right?
Well, very. And they actually talked about that on, I think it was the Pivot. Now, what we're talking about today happened on I Am Athlete and on social media, which we're gonna get to. But when the Pivot podcast, Jamar Chase and what's his name went on there. I think it was T. Higgins, maybe. I can't remember. Somebody. I just heard it. I wasn't watching it. They asked buddy from the Steelers, Ryan Clark, asked he mentioned that it's crazy that today y'all matter, because back when I was playing football, we used to look at the Bengals like, oh yeah, okay, 2 wins, that's good. All right, keep going down the schedule.
Like
and
Jamar Chase laughed.
The division, the division completely flipped.
Completely flipped.
Bottom and these two at the top is crazy.
Now we're looking at the Steelers as like that free pass to the bingo card.
Yeah, Steelers might literally be, and that's so sad because TJ Watt is so amazing. He was trying to carry the team so much last year. I remember one time he stopped a touchdown in a playoff game, and he scored a touchdown in that same playoff game, and they still lost, I think, to the Browns. Who was that last year?
Knowing Tomlin, they're gonna go 9-8 this year, though.
Oh yeah, Tomlin doesn't go below 500. Yeah, they find a way.
Crook, I'm going to have a 500 record at least.
Even if he got to trip somebody up on the sideline like he did before, whatever it takes, he's going 500.
Yeah, and I don't want to start nothing, but could you imagine if the Pittsburgh Steelers decide to fire him because he goes under 500 this year? You know how wild.
Oh yeah, just the one time he does it.
You know how wild that would be.
Man.
Yeah,
Oh man, most sought out head coach in a while.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, and Hawk said the Bengals and the Ravens are the top 2 teams, but that's interesting because if the Browns have Deshaun Watson and everybody's healthy, you can argue they're the best team with the defense and the offensive line. They have the best offensive line in the division. They have some pretty good receivers, especially after trading for Amari Cooper. They have the best run game, and you can argue they probably have the best quarterback when Deshaun Watson is playing, and they definitely have the best overall defense, even though you can argue TJ Watt is the best defensive player in the division.
Yeah, I think you have to say that Deshaun is better than Joe Burrow. Even Joe Burrow's had a great, but Deshaun Watson.
When he comes back,
Deshaun Watson hasn't been playing in 2 years, so I don't know if I want to make that statement yet.
With the whole they haven't played with Kawhi and everything, but from the last time we seen them, and I understand Joe Burrow has a whole nother season.
Football is a different game from basketball. If you're a couple years removed from football, that's different.
But just at the quarterback position, I feel like with his strengths and what he's good at, he's some of that stuff. It's not going to wade at all. He's going to be just as good as this man was. He might not excel he might not progress as at the rate he was progressing, but I see there's no reason to believe that he's not as good as he was last saw him.
Because he's not the fastest guy. He doesn't have the strongest arm. He's just really good. So it's not even something he could have lost. But yeah, man, I just on the I Am Athlete now, not the Pivot, I Am Athlete. They discussed the beef a little bit, and Jamar Chase and I think it was T. Higgins up there with them. They were talking about how the Browns DBs are overrated, and then you have Denzel Ward posting a clip of Greg Newsome getting a pick 6, I think, against Jamar Chase at some point. And on I Am Athlete, Jamar Chase literally mentions Greg Newsome's name. He's like, they're overrated, but we don't sweat them. it's on site when we see them on the field. That's basically what he said. Yeah, I know he used the word on site.
Will he blow their back out?
Stop.
So I'm really intrigued by the Bengals and Browns matchup. I mean, of course, the AFC West is the most interesting division in football, but I can't wait to see the Bengals versus the Browns because it's been trash talk between Greg Newsome, Denzel Ward, and that DB group versus Jamar Chase and that receiving group back and forth. Interviews, social media, everything. Let me go try to see if I can find one while we're talking. And I think that's really interesting. I didn't know Greg Newsome. I mean, I thought he was a good corner, of course, even coming out of the draft. But I didn't know. Oh, my mom just came back. So she doesn't know where that context came from, Seyi, with the blow your back out. She missed that. My mom, you missed the context. We could probably revisit it soon. But
she's just like me during the pre-show. That's the first thing I heard coming into it.
Yeah, Seyi, your timing is terrible. You gotta chill out. You gotta chill out. First thing that somebody hears when they pull up to the stream, they're gonna unsubscribe. You gotta chill. You gotta chill out, man. You gotta. But
I'll leave that up for y'all interpretation.
Yeah, just leave it out there. There's some important context to it. It's crazy, but it's crazy. But they've been talking straight trash back and forth, and I can't wait to watch that matchup. Secondary versus wide receiver group. That's one of my favorite matchups in the NFL now because it's heavy trash talk. Again, it's interviews, it's social media, them posting highlight clips back and forth, like Greg Newsome getting the pick six, Jamar Chase getting a touchdown over somebody. I love it. I think we need more of this. My mom said, if you say so. We need more of this all around the league. I want rivalry, especially within divisions. We need more rivalries, social media, all of it. I need it to be on site all the time.
Yeah. I remember Max Kellerman had a good point about like making Thursday like rivalry like game or whatever, like
please
Thursday night and make it 2 games and just have straight divisional rivals play on Thursday night. That would be awesome, honestly.
Yeah, and they would definitely get their views up Thursday night. Yeah.
Like
they try to do it with the rush uniforms.
Myles Garrett was destroyed Mason Rudolph. Like, we just need to see more of that.
Some of that, Sunday night football like hype, and I'm sure that's where they get the most streams and all the viewers and stuff like that. So
they try to spice up Thursday night football, first of all, for it being the only football outside of Saturday and Sunday and Monday. And then they also try to force it with the color rush. I think, like you said, Jalen, if they would make it like a division rival thing.
Those jerseys are so horrible. Do they still do that now?
I don't know.
I don't think so. But they don't even have to do the 2 rivalry games. Just do 1 rivalry game. Have one,
something.
Yeah, 1 in-division game, and then you're straight.
I'm seeing tweets about Zach Wilson. Did he get hurt, or is he just throwing a whole bunch of interceptions? Because everybody's talking about
the latter.
Oh yeah, he got hurt.
Oh,
he limped off the field. He threw an interception earlier, and then now I'm saying he got hurt. So poor baby.
JETS just end the season.
Oh Lord, I'm seeing notifications about Jordan Davis and the Kobe Dean. I love it as a Georgia Bulldog fan. Hate it as a Washington Commander fan. Now I got to look at the play that people are talking about. Apparently, they're both already taking over for the Eagles, already changing the. Oh Lord, I'm not looking forward to this. Those 2 together is about to be really bad.
It looks like his knee kind of buckled. It looks like Zach Wilson's knee kind of buckled non-contact before he got tackled.
Oh no, not that, bruh. Not that.
Why are you running in the preseason? First of all.
Damn, and they just lost.
But he walked on it. He walked, so maybe it's just he just tweaked his ankle. I don't know, but he might be fine. He was walking off.
May I ask why I'm looking at Kyle Lowry?
All right, saying it's the next topic. So Vince Carter had Kyle Lowry on his little video podcast, and he actually asked him a question that everybody's been at least wondering about, or not even wondering about, but like it's come to mind.
Oh,
and Vince Carter went ahead and was like, "All right, let me ask you, how do you feel? I know you get all of the butt jokes. How do you feel about it?
God.
How do you?" And so Kyle Lowry basically said, that it used to bother him a lot. Like he used to hate it. It used to make him upset all the time. I don't know if y'all see that comment on the side right now by Mr. Jones.
Hey yo.
But Kyle Lowry basically said it used to really, really bother him. But now he's like, any publicity is good publicity. So even if it's something I hate, at least I'm constantly in the social media circulation and things like that.
I'm surprised Levi ain't come after him or something.
I'm not gonna comment on that. But have y'all seen the video of the?
What's your analysis on this, Jalen? What's your analysis on this? So I want to hear it. What's your analysis?
Your expert analysis on the situation.
Have you guys seen the video of the introduction to Kyle?
Yeah, welcome. Lowry, big. Yeah,
wait, what?
You're talking about. You haven't seen that, Seyi, when somebody's announcing them coming out? Oh, it's bad.
Play it. If you can play it, play
it. That's the only thing if StreamYard let me actually play audio, I would. But I don't think it does. I'm gonna try. Let's try it again. We haven't tried in a while. Maybe it's something I gotta pay for. Let me see. Let me see if I can.
I'll flip you the nickel for that.
I'll flip you the I don't know why I can't do it. I can't find it because I know exactly what the video looks like. Let me try Twitter, maybe. Maybe I could try Twitter. It's bad, Seyi. I wish you could hear it. And if we can't play it through StreamYard, I'm just gonna have to send it to you because it sounds realistic. Like whoever did it, it sounds like real. Like it's the real
was
announcer.
This actually played? Okay, I'm about to ask. Was this actually played at a game? Like some?
Nah, it's not. It sounds like it though. It literally sounds like it.
Yeah, like the PA announcer like went out of his way to make that his introduction. It's ridiculous.
Oh, here it goes. This is what it is right here. Can y'all hear it?
Nah.
Did you have the volume? Yeah. I think it was at the lowest or the.
Oh, I can hear it really loud in my headphones. Yeah, Let me extra video file slides. Maybe if I download it, let me try to download it and see. Let me try to download it. Yeah, let me try to download it and then play it as a video. Maybe. Let me see how long. Try to play it as a video. Try to work on this real quick. It's bad, Seyi. You gotta hear it. We gotta get you to hear it. Hold on. Download Twitter and images, please. Please. Oh, I'm still in the search bar. I'm not on the actual tweet. That's why it's struggling. That's my bad. That's my bad, people. That's my bad, people. Let's see if we download it as a video. All right, downloads, share video file. Downloads. Let's see.
7 big booty, big old bubble butt booty. Kyle, let me see that booty. Lowry, goddamn you thick.
So there you go. There you go. That's what you were asking for.
Oh my god! I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that.
Seyi, you are out of control today.
No, I did not ask for that.
You are absolutely out of control.
Kai Jones asked for that. Jalen probably.
For this one, that's my in-depth analysis on that one.
That's all we need. That's all we need. My mom said the last part. The last part is crazy. But right before it went out, what he said. Matter of fact, just in case for people that might have missed it. Just in case for people that I know Seyi wants to hear it again.
Number 7, big booty, big old bubble butt booty. Kyle, let me see that booty. Lowry, goddamn you thick.
It's terrible, bro.
They're in the ring.
It's terrible. It's just terrible. And they got the literally like exact music that they play when people come out.
Yeah.
They got the voice right. It's ridiculous, bro. It's really bad. That's just so stupid. But now I'm happy that we found out that as long as I download a video, we can play it. So that's noted. That's noted. Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank you, Jalen. Thank y'all. But before we move on, any further analysis on Kyle Lowry from anybody?
Like I said, I'm just surprised Levi's ain't try to sponsor him or something. I don't know.
And Philly's finest, man. That boy from Philly. So he's carrying that with him. Next up, all of these training camp fights. We had one.
What is that little kid out there doing? Grabbing?
Yeah, that's no way. That's a grown man. That is crazy. Whose little kid is that? Just way too close and way too involved in the practice. That is really bad. How small he is. Like there's nobody else small on the screen. It'd be different if you saw like one or two other guys, but it's just him.
By the way, I might be tripping real quick, but I've never seen ever those things they've been wearing on their helmets this year. Is that something?
This is the first year. The Guardian caps. It's called a Guardian cap.
I've noticed that this year every time I see them, but I've never seen it in previous years. So I guess I'm not tripping.
Yeah, it's the Guardian cap. They're just doing it to prevent concussions. And Ron Rivera spoke on it and basically said like he wouldn't be surprised if this becomes mandatory not only for every team but like all year round outside of NFL games, like all practice throughout the week. I think it's just a training camp thing right now.
Why not?
Yeah, I don't see what it hurts. They look crazy, but I don't see what it hurts.
Yeah.
If it prevents concussions, why not ever put up the idea to use it during the game?
And I thought all of them were white until I saw other teams. I thought they just generally came in white.
All
but
color
the Giants
coded.
have blue ones. I didn't know that until I seen the Giants one. But
it
yeah, I don't know if y'all
been, why not wear this for a game?
Great. They look like a weird soccer ball.
If it prevents concussions, though, like this could be the NFL's answer. Like put this on games. So just try to see if you can make it look a little bit more presentable, but. What does it actually affect in terms of range of motion or playing?
I don't know. I haven't worn them yet.
I don't know. Yeah, because if it doesn't affect play, put it on for the regular season too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Well, Lil Man don't got it, so I don't know what's good. Daniel Jones doesn't have it. So, but yeah, my point. What I wanted to talk about was all of the fights in camp. Most notably the Giant fight because it included I think a linebacker coach. No, it was some assistant coach versus a linebacker, like literally fighting, tugging and pushing and stuff like that. So we're going to dive into that. Also, Saints. What's the Saints tackle that's been kicked out? I think it's Trevor Penning. Trevor Penning has been kicked out of practice for starting fights 3 days in a row. So we got to dive into that.
Came in with some black Air Forces instead of cleats.
Bruh, 3 days in a row. I understand fighting 3 times. 3 days in a row is crazy.
When are you going to realize you are the problem? When are you going to realize that? Like, at this point, you got to be the problem.
And before we dive into both of the situations, first of all, we had our own fight. Nothing serious though. And Chris Sims was asked about it. He basically said every team he's been on that's never fought ended up never being good. They didn't play with passion or nothing. So he said if he had to pick between too many fights or no fights, he'll actually take too many fights any day. But of course,
when have you
want
seen
like a
the
healthy
Patriots
middle.
getting into fights? When have you seen
y'all
the Patriots?
Nah, y'all are different.
Nah, I don't take that.
Yeah,
hey,
I'll take
Washington probably been fighting every single day of training camp past seasons. We just ain't heard about it. Like they could have still been bad. Lions been fighting in training camp. They still trash.
I mean, but they might do it too much. I don't know. I mean, it's not everything, but it gets to a point in the season when everybody's tired, fatigued, beat up. How much do you really care? And the teams that fight normally care more. They usually
football
end up
player is
fighting
a different type of person.
Yeah,
like what Kai said, his favorite part of football is legally assaulting the person in front of him.
It's different. Even as a teammate, that's crazy. That's why I know teams can't wait for preseason because they can finally get her off their chest and go all out.
Oh, yeah, a bunch of seconds.
Is this why NFL players like always get some type of arrest, or at least there's at least a couple that will get arrested in the offseason? They just got this pent up aggression just for no reason.
Yeah. Hey man, it's football in nature. But yeah, so the Giants thing is crazy because there was a coach involved, and the coach is supposed to be level-headed, and that's unfair. If a player is fighting the coach, if the player swings on the coach, he's probably cut unless he's like a really important player. But if the coach swings on the player, nothing really happens. So I just think that's unfair.
The coach swung first.
I think it was him. I think he was the aggressor.
Who was the assistant coach?
Let me see. Giants. coach.
And why did the smallest dude on the team was the one to try to break them up?
Yeah, everybody else watching. Offensive lineman
this
hands
is a winning
on
team?
side.
You're telling me the Giants are going to be a winning team looking like this?
It's the offensive lines coach, Bobby Johnson. First of all, that's a funny name.
The very least,
had a melee between players Monday at the Tempest Flare during practice, and he had a shoving match with inside linebacker Cam Brown as part of it. And he apologized, of course. Oh, they got the fight. Hey!
By the way, I hate to harp on this, but there's no way Jackson is 5 feet. There's no way he's 5 No way.
5 foot even?
No, I'm saying there's no way he's even 5. Like he's
yeah, he looks way too small, bro. He looks
because some of these guys are probably just 6 feet, like 6 on the dot, and then this man is like literally a foot shorter than every single one of them. That's crazy.
Yeah, he don't even look like he belonged there, bro. But hey, Giants aren't a very good team, so they just probably recruiting anybody they can get at this
of course, yeah.
What did I come into?
Who is this player? I'm looking him up too. Like, who is he? Why is he so small?
Yeah, please tell me.
This ain't a Dory Jackson. It can't be.
That's not a Dory Jackson.
This is not a Dory. It says it's a Dory Jackson. He is not 5'11". Ain't no way. If he's 5'11", whoever Brown is like 6'10", and everybody else in that picture.
Literally, bro. Literally, there's no way he's 5'11" looking like that, bro. There's no way, unless somebody edited the picture. But I got the fight right here, so we can go ahead and look at it. I haven't seen it either. I've just been hearing about it. We got the coach in it. Like, where the coach at?
Is the coach really in the bottom of the pile?
Who threw a football in the middle of all of that? Like, why was there a football in the air in one quarter? What are they doing? I think they were playing though. You see them at the end, they squaring up. They definitely. Oh yeah, they playing. They just playing. That looks so stupid though. Yeah, we can't really take nothing from this. That footage, but all the other footage I'm seeing is, I guess all of the fans are on one side of the field, which is kind of weird because like they're like from this end zone view, which is horrible for practice. I don't know why they don't allow them on the sides. But every view I'm seeing on Twitter is from this view. I'm assuming that's where all Giants fans sit at during the practices, which again sucks. Nobody wants the end zone view of a practice. You want to be on the side to where you can see everything. That's an awful view. And then yeah, of course, Trevor Penning, 3 fights in a row. Like, what's going on with your boy Seyi? Talk to me, bro.
Man came on with some black Air Forces. He meant violence.
Black Air Force Nike cleats.
For real, like if anything, like I don't care if I make the team or not. I'm just gonna square with everyone on site.
Yeah, black Air Force cleats, man. I'm trying to. Oh, here we go, right here. Here we go, right here. The black Air Force cleats, man. That's what he been wearing the whole time. Oh wait, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I gotta go back to this one. There we go. Yeah, there you go, right there. That's what he's been wearing the whole time.
Exactly. Those cleats look so ugly. Oh my goodness.
Bruh, angry. You can see the anger permeating from the cleats. Like it's terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Terrible. It just looks like anger. But I mean, it's really nothing else to discuss there. That's just so stupid. Oh yeah. Before we move on, one thing I forgot about the Patriots, because we talked about the good. We didn't talk about the neutral yet. The neutral is that, James retired. James White retired.
Legend. But one of the best receiving backs of all time. Let's go.
I mean, breaking 3 tackles to get a touchdown in that Super Bowl was crazy.
8 great seasons. I remember watching them in Wisconsin, and when the Patriots drafted him, I told my siblings, like, this guy's a steal, because I was watching him in Wisconsin, and he was going off on them.
It's hard, and it's really hard to evaluate Wisconsin running backs because like their offensive line is always really good. But yeah, you could kind of isolate him and tell he was doing his thing.
James White. I mean, James White was like elusive though. He was extremely elusive.
Making people miss, period. And then lastly, and this is the good one, I don't know how you'll take it, I think it's good, is Bill Belichick playing mind games. I don't know if you've noticed, but 3 of your defensive backs all have the same last name, Jones. You have a Jack Jones, a Jonathan Jones, and a Marcus Jones. Y'all are cheating.
I think I said this in the draft. I think I said this in the draft when they drafted the number Jones. It's just like it's just so you don't know which one is the good Jones, which one's is the bad Jones. It's smart. It's smart.
Can't keep up.
You can't put your receiver on the weaker Jones. You don't know. You don't know which one.
Just imagine an offensive coordinator saying, "All right, quarterback, just make sure you don't throw it towards Jones." And now the quarterback's like, which one? And then now you got to hurry up and hike the ball, and now he's scared.
Interception.
Yeah, interception. Automatic.
Jones. Interception.
Y'all are cheating. Y'all are cheating.
We just got to get another Butler, and we're straight.
Yeah, and then you got Mr. Jones right here. All y'all got to do is get him. Go ahead and pick him up. Y'all got 4.
We got Mac Jones at quarterback too.
Yeah, y'all are cheating, bro. It's definitely a thing. Bill Belichick is like, all right, bro. I'm tired of trying to memorize last names. Let's just start getting a whole bunch of Joneses and just keep it simple.
He can't even separate the first names between different people. Brian Flores, Brian DeBall. So
now you
got all these last names. It's the same thing like how the Patriots will always get a left-footed punter because the spin of the ball is different, which usually causes a lot of muff punts. And I think Patriots had a stat where they led in muff punts because they always have left-footed punters.
Cheating.
All those little details.
That's fine though. I respect that. I really like that. Still cheating though. But I think it's funny too because Jack Jones is literally Mac Jones. Like you just change
Jack
one
Jones,
letter.
Mac Jones.
Jack Jones, Mac Jones.
Sounds
like y'all didn't even try.
Rhyme right there.
Y'all sound like a user generated roster from like NCAA. They just making up names and just got bored of it, got tired. Forget it. We're just gonna do a whole bunch of Joneses. 2 of them gonna sound the same with the first name. Y'all are cheating. This should be illegal. There has to be a certain amount of players with the same last name that can be on the field at the same time. It's got to be.
Just only if we still had Chandler Jones.
Oh yeah, that's crazy, bro. Bill Belichick is like, when in doubt, if their last name Jones, they got to be some type of good. We'll figure it out.
Moderator.
Yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and get used to it. I'll block user. We ain't got, Rich is normally the one to handle stuff like that, but he's at camp right now. That's why we.
Come on, Rich, do your job. Screw camp.
He's at camp, bro. He can't. I think it's one of them camps is like really far the way he described it to where he's not even allowed to have his phone or something like that. I think it's one of them. I don't know though.
For what sport?
No, it's just camp. Like they're like nature camp, like really fun, do stuff outside camp.
Why did I never do that?
I think I did something like that once in elementary school before I left, I think. But like his is a week long. He comes back and then goes away for another week. And he said he's at the last year that he can do it age-wise. And I think he's about to be a sophomore in high school, I think. So yeah, I guess there's like a certain age range.
So what's the how did that even work? The comment though, like how did is that a bot or somebody just came in and just said anything?
Yeah, bro. Like when you start getting a certain amount of views, it happens. Which it's a good sign, but it's annoying. I don't know what's going on, who's doing it and why. Like, what do they gain? Like, there's not even a link to click on. Like, they're not even like, go check out my mixtape or nothing. Go check out these videos. It's literally just spam.
That looked like
nothing.
A straight virus if you would have went to that site too. I guess that was a site.
How often you get those text messages that basically do the same thing? Like how often you guys?
Bruh, often. I just got a Walmart one yesterday. I got another one today. And like the Walmart one, they tried it. They did like the little star for the A in Walmart, like the logo. They tried it. I just reported as junk.
That boy luck. That boy luck got it.
Oh yeah, No, Rich is out there on like a real camping trip. Like he said, like the ones that's like. For real, that people of our skin tone normally don't do. Like he's like on the real one.
And they know
like that man gonna come back an Eagle Scout.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That man gonna be able to go on that alone show for at least 5 days by himself. And speaking of that, I might actually start watching that. I know my mom's already watched it, but I might watch a few episodes because I am curious because I want to learn stuff. I don't really care who wins or nothing, but I am curious like at some of the tactics that they use. Do you know about that show, Seyi? The alone one?
No, what is that?
It's all right. So it's a bunch of people. They're dropped off in very secluded wilderness areas, and like they're super secluded. Like you literally got to take your own camera and record yourself. They give you the camera and stuff. You're allowed to take 10 items from a list of things, and then whoever survives the longest wins $500,000. And you gotta everything.
When
Get your
Jaguar
own food.
Comes eats them.
Build your own shelter, get your own food, everything.
So I ain't worried about like wild animals or something trying to kill them.
And then you got to call in. Yeah, some people encounter bears and they give up. They like, come get me, I give up. And you got to call in and then you lose.
So what if they die? Is there?
They try to keep track, like because like if you lose too much weight from not eating. Because you got to feed you got to go fishing. You got to do everything.
What if a bear chases them? Right? Like,
it's too late. They're not close. It takes a while for them to get there.
So isn't there some like liability something here? Like
they sign a waiver. Anything that happens to you, you sign a waiver. Because I know one guy got really sick from drinking squirrel poop by accident, like in his water or something. He didn't know the squirrel pooped in it. He just thought it was water or something. He had water that he got from the rain. A squirrel happened to poop in it. He didn't know, and he ended up getting extremely sick from it, and they had to come get him. Even if he wanted to be stubborn and be like, "Nah, I can fight through it," they come through and get you. They're like, "Nah, you lose."
So if everything in the wilderness, every possible thing,
way to lose.
All the animals, a squirrel that we can see outside, pooped in your drink.
But you just didn't know. I think it was at night or something, bro. You can't have like the list of stuff is really like lacking. I think you got to wait till like the 40th day to use a fishing net. But before then, you can't use one. You got to make your own spears, you can't take a knife. You got to make your own knife. You got to literally just imagine being dropped off in the middle of a Canadian woodlands mountains and just got to figure it out. It's literally that.
We're really watching a game show of people that could actually die. So, like, what if the worst actually happens? Like, the show's just still gonna go on. Like, sorry for your loss, family. He was just unlucky. Well, all right, get the next contestant in.
Nah, they eliminate the last one to survive gets the money. So every season it's a set few people, and they all start to give up one at a time until we have a winner. They don't add new people in that season.
Yeah. I feel like this show could end up really bad. So, like, someone actually dies from this. I don't know.
Yeah, people almost do. One girl got bit by a squirrel and she wanted to keep going, but they're like, "No, you can't survive."
Rabbit squirrels. Oh my!
I think it was either a squirrel or a rabbit because she tried to kill it. You got to hunt, and so she tried to hunt it, and that rabbit was like, "I ain't going," and bit her and kept it pushing.
Wow. Where the rabbits get dangerous too? So all the possible animals you could encounter, it'll be the animals we could see in broad daylight that be the ones killing you.
I mean, remember it's Canada. It's not like they're in Australia, so it's not like or the Brazilian rainforest. So it's nothing exotic, but still you got to deal with birds, mice, bears, of course, that are people that occasionally ran into. Like my mom said, the first black dude that saw a bear, all he saw was the poop. He didn't even see the bear. He just saw the poop and dipped out. He literally gave up. He's like,
he saw the bear poop and was like, "Okay, I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm good on this." Yeah, I'm good.
Will this be something you would do for a possible $500,000?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I would try it. I don't think I would win though. I don't think I would win.
I love money, but I also love my life too. I like surviving a little bit more than money. So I want to do it.
He said someone done pissed Bugs Bunny off. And he said squirrel poop gotta be spicy. Yeah, he had to have tasted it. He had to have been like, something's not right here. And so like a couple of days later, he started getting like extremely sick and he literally lost because of that.
Wait, so how long
about to die? I think the longest person ever so far, like 80 days or something. Like it's not crazy long, but it's long. It's still really long.
That's long.
Yeah.
That's nearly 3 months.
Yeah, that's
like where you sleeping at? Like where
you have to build your own house out of trees and stuff.
I would have signed up like the first time they ever did that because I'm just thinking, oh, nobody gonna last longer than 20 days, right? I'd have been like, all right, I'm gonna do that. But if somebody's dropping 80, 40 days, 60 days, yeah, nah. That stuff, bro.
You talking about no Amazon? Like, I probably got no Wi-Fi.
No
like, do y'all even got a cell signal? Y'all can't put this on the gram.
No, you can't take none of that. No, you're literally.
I thought you said you can only take like a certain amount of valuables. That's it.
Yeah, but there's a list of them that you can choose from. They're not giving you a knife. They're not giving you a phone. Nothing. No bed. You better figure it out.
What's the best tools then, or the best things you can have?
I forgot. There's a list. Let me look. Let me see.
Is it at the very least gotta be something?
You gotta be on your Indiana Jones or something.
Like matches? Can you have matches?
All right, so you can. Oh, never mind. You can take a knife.
Does someone got a crossbow in that picture?
Yeah, I guess maybe somebody. Let's go through the list.
If I'm doing that, I'm getting winter boots. Boots are gonna be clutch, bro. You're gonna want some shoes.
All right, so you can say, all right, so you can bring all of this, and then I think you gotta buy it. I don't even think they give it to you.
What's the most valuable? So far, it seems like one of the most valuable items is the thing that starts fire.
Flint? You talking about Flint?
Like the Flint.
Yeah, the Flint. Okay. Everybody takes the Flint. Because you gotta do all of that. So all right, so you get 10 items. You select 10 items from the following list. Participants are responsible for sourcing and purchasing their 10 items. Participants may only choose 2 food items, and the food items are terrible. No duplicate items can be taken from the list. So you can't just be like, oh, yeah, give me 2 of that thing because I'm going to just abuse that, and then I'll figure everything else out. So shelter-wise, you want 8mm climbing rope? Now what? What you going to do with that? How you going to build a house out of climbing rope? Like, what do you do with after that?
Hey, that's where you catch the bear at. You set a bear trap and you catch the bear.
Give me the hammock.
Catch the bear. Yeah, I'll take the hammock. I ain't gonna lie. I'm taking the hammock. Sleeping bag, baby bag, multi-seasonal sleeping bag. I'm taking the hammock for sure. You get 1 large pot, 1 spoon, or whatever.
Wait, again, get this. You have to choose from all of this.
You choose 10 things out of this whole list. All of this.
Squirrel, let's go.
All of this, including this too.
As well?
Including tools, food, hunting, all of this, 10 things. All of this, 10 things.
So if you want to survive and win the money, you can't brush your teeth, basically.
Oh, yeah, I'm not taking soap. I'm trying to blend in. If anything, I'm trying to act like I'm mud. I don't want a bear to know where I'm at. I'm mud and dirty. I do not want to smell like human at all if I'm out there.
40mm rolled dental floss is crazy. Why can't I just have unlimited dental floss, bro? Like,
yeah, they limited the dental floss. Like, who are you gonna kill with that? Why they gotta limit the dental floss? Shaving razor is crazy. Like, why? Why is that
What's
that
the
important?
Point of shaving?
I'll be okay without the toothpaste. I'll figure it out. Canteen water bottle. I feel like I can make that. You can figure something out to make that. Large pot, you can make that.
A comb is someone.
A comb, like, bruh, it's not that anybody choosing comb is not taking this seriously, bro. And then the hunting, you can get a primitive bow or a long bow. Only 9 arrows, though. Good luck. Good luck. Oh, the floss is used for other stuff. I guess
this is a real life RPG. This is Last of Us, real life.
It's strategy too. It's strategy because my mom said like. Some people make log cabins, some people are fine. Like they already know the show exists, so they're mentally prepared. They know what they're gonna do when they go on the show, so they already know how to build a house. But some people are like, that's too much energy.
This sounds like a show I would watch.
Yeah, what if the house gets knocked down by a bear? Now what? Like now you spend all your energy making a house while I spend my energy hunting and stuff. Now I got food.
So they're for sure in Canada, or you just made a guess that you don't
know? No, one is in Canada, but I think it's multiple places. It's probably more than just Canada, but I know for sure.
And then it's cold as well? Oh, my goodness.
Cold for no reason. Like, just stupid. Just absolutely stupid.
The food
items are all terrible. What is bit long? What is gorp? Like, what is this?
Gorp.
2 pounds of gorp? What is pemmican? Like, what are these food options? And then rice.
Hardtack military biscuits. What's wrong with regular biscuits?
Hardtack. Weapon. Food and weapon. That's how like, you can throw it at an ox and kill him. You can throw it at a bear. It might knock him out. 2 pounds of chocolate. What is that for energy?
Kai Jones, then, like, the show is called Alone.
They hate it too because everything else is 2 pounds. You get to the rice, 2/3 of a pound. I feel like I can eat that in one sitting.
They're like, we trying to make sure you ain't getting full. Like, no, you're gonna get a little bit of rice.
Fish. So much time on your hands, you can make most of this
y'all
stuff.
Y'all can't even bring seasoning with you. Just 2/3 of pounds of sugar and 2/3 of a pound of salt. Y'all can't even bring any seasoning. What is pemmican?
Matter of fact,
I'm about to slide some seasoned salt in.
Yeah,
I'm about to slide some seasoned salt in. I can't just bring regular salt.
What is gorp? This is trail.
Basically trail mix.
Oh, I'm upset. I would be highly upset. All right, what's pemmican?
All I do with trail mix, I just take the M&Ms out. I leave everything else there.
No, I'm not eating
that. Pemmican?
I'm not taking
Is
that.
Is this meat or chocolate? What is or grain?
I think it's grain.
What is this?
It looks like it's grain. I'm not touching that, bro.
It's 1 kilogram of lean, finely ground meat, dried fruit, and rendered fat. So it is meat. It's like an almost pre-beef jerky. What is that? All right, Bitlong. I don't know where they even finding this stuff. Who is Bitlong? What? That looks worse. All right. And I gotta know the hard attack military business. I gotta know.
I'm gonna go with the conventional regular beef jerky. How about that?
Oh my, that looks like it'll break your teeth for real. Oh
yeah, this looks like it hurt. Like this one especially literally looks like you can kill somebody with it.
Maybe that's what
you say. Really what, Mom? When some can't catch fish, mice and bugs become popular for protein.
Hey, you gotta put seasoning on everything. You gotta do what
you gotta do, man.
First of all, if you're having this outside of that show, what's wrong with you? Why?
Yeah, outside of this show, why do you know already?
Can you even order this on Amazon? Like, where can you actually find this at?
It wouldn't even last you probably a week unless you.
Oh, so they start you off terribly. I mean, again, it's 2 pounds of it, so yeah. It's 2 pounds. It's just not even worth any of this. It's just terrible. I would just save this as just in case. I would go there and start hunting immediately, and this would be like my reserve just in case, I guess.
I gotta use the arrow on that bear first and foremost. That's protein. I don't know what type of meat bear can provide, but
probably the best thing you can find, because somebody brought up a good point from when I was listening. Like most of the animals out there don't really have a lot of fat, like fish and stuff like that. Like you gotta hunt something big to get the fat. Like you gotta get like an ox or something, but then how you gonna get it? Look at your weapon options.
Without dying.
Look at your weapon options. How you gonna trap a bear?
This is real life Uncharted. Like how you gonna do this without dying?
I play an Ark a lot, and so I feel like I know a little bit of something, but I'm still not ready. And it was funny too, because one lady actually was pretty good at getting fish, but then like a bear would come and take her fish randomly, and she was just depressed from it and gave up.
It was like, oh, save me all this time getting this fish on my own. Thank you, lady. Let me get this from you while you sleeping.
Throw me on that show with a bunch of like amateurs like me, bro. Then I can win. But with people that already prepared for this, like
military. There's people from the military. There was a Native American guy that knew exactly what fruit you could and couldn't eat.
Nah.
That man was a cheat code.
Give me the guy that's still working the random 9 to 5, bro. Me and him can go toe to toe in that.
It's gonna be a nice 10-day race.
Yeah,
10-day race. You're gonna kill with an arrow. Yeah, I don't know. Many left because they couldn't find food. I'm pretty sure that's the reason most people get eliminated. It's just food. Like, what do you do to eat? For days on days on days, and you're spending energy. It's not like you're just gonna sit there and do nothing. You gotta figure out where you're gonna live. You gotta create some type of house so a bear can't get you.
Yeah, that's ultimately gotta be it. Because honestly, I'll withstand being bored for a whole month or so if it means I get fined $1,000. If I'm not eating, then nah, we good off that. I'm calling it quits right now, bro. Yeah,
I'm calling it super quits, and then like, okay, so. Say you get the flashlight. How long does it last? What happens when your flashlight runs out?
Battery's about to go out.
Then what?
Hey, I bought a $10 flashlight and it's been good for 3 years. So I think.
Okay, you're
gonna have to use it like every day though.
Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point.
Why is a carabiner a whole item that like it takes away one of your 10? Y'all know what that is?
I have no idea what that even is.
Bruh, This is one of your 10 items.
Wait, what?
I feel like you can make that somehow, like a tool that basically takes the place of that. I guess if you're trying to climb a mountain, I don't know. What would you do with this? Trying to climb something? I don't know. What's a Scotch-eyed auger, bro? What is that? That sounds like a melee instrument.
They made that very specific Scotch-eyed auger, not a regular auger, a Scotch-eyed auger.
What is this what do you get from this? Do you create paper from this?
I guess to like
it makes it easier to
build, like you can make your house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That looks like it's gonna take so much energy. You know how much wood you got to use and how many times you got to do that? You're gonna be starving by the end.
The thing is on day one you should be straight.
Yeah, energy-wise, yeah. I mean, but you're just gonna go ahead and use up all your calories now and then try to regain them by hunting.
If you're going the shelter route, then yeah. Because honestly, if you're more worried about shelter, then I would say, yeah, that's probably the way to go. Just go crazy on day one. And if you know how to build a crib or some type of cabin or something, like that would be the way to go, honestly.
And I heard that one guy got really lucky and got a boat, so he made a jacuzzi and like lit a fire under it and put water in it.
He got a boat.
He made a boat. He like found it. I don't know. And that sounds like a cheat code, but when he created the jacuzzi out of it because it was cold, he created a jacuzzi by lighting a fire under it. It caught on fire and he gave up. He literally was like, "All right, I'm done."
He need to turn it in, bro. If you get a boat and
he uses VC to buy some DLC to get a boat or something.
Yeah, man, could have used that boat for so much better stuff.
That's crazy.
It was a bucket or something, man. It burned and he just gave up. I heard he just literally after he lost the jacuzzi, he gave up the next day. He's like, I can't. Y'all got it. That's something like that. A pair of ice spikes. A small sewing kit, a small shovel. Why a small shovel? Like, hey, bro, give them a real shovel so they can fight with it. Not a regular
shovel, a small shovel.
Small little just, hey, bro, roll of duct tape, sharpening stone. This is bad, bro. This is bad business. An axe is pretty straight. Axe or a hatchet, that's
what you one saw. Sewing kit, though.
Yeah, so it's something really particular. Trying to make an outfit, I guess. I don't know. Wait, what is this? Prohibited. Okay, so the list of items you can't bring: fuel, lighters, or matches, bug spray, mosquito repellent. That would probably be the part that would make me the maddest. I hate getting bit by mosquitoes. Sunscreen, chapstick, sunglasses. Wait, you can't bring prescription glasses? So what if you just can't see?
I'm definitely not doing this. I want you to see a bear coming at me.
You feel me?
They say transition, so maybe that's the one that goes night and day. Maybe that's what they mean. So maybe they mean like sunshades, because you know they have the prescription glasses during the day. They kind of tint a little bit at night. They open up so you can see.
I won't even see the bear coming at me. I was just seeing like 3 bears at once.
Command and Control said, "Why you got so many tabs up?" Oh, you don't know my computer. I have 269 tabs up right now, and that's not including the hundreds that I've already saved and put to the side.
Get help.
I'm a busy guy.
Get help.
Busy guy. Music's like probably 80 of it. Playing New York's probably another 50. Sports is like another 200. Bro, don't even worry about it, bro. And then anime, watching stuff, all the anime I gotta watch, another like 300. Goggles, beauty products. I don't even know, like, why would you? I guess if you know some type of chemical,
my man,
like
what is
lipstick,
unapproved technology?
all of it. Phone, all of it. Firearms of any kind, that's cheat. Ammunition, explosive, or gunfire. Animal poison, that somebody tried to cheat.
I feel like you could create that though. Animal poison. That's probably something.
If you know what you're doing, I guess you can get some ripe berries and.
I'm looking up something on YouTube before I go in here, like how to create some poison.
Yeah, something. I'm coming in there with
how to create insect repellent.
In Canada, you gotta include in Canada. In Canada, compass, of course, tree stands, animal calls. Decoys, tents. You can create a decoy. You can literally make that. Scopes of any kind. Tent. You can't bring a tent or shelter. Hydration. It's a lot of stuff, bro.
Oh, so you can't bring the crossbow.
Professional bows.
That's an Atlanta specialty at this point.
Yeah, you can't bring something crazy. You just got to bring a regular little bow, little prehistoric bow that we've been making for thousands of years. Animal calls, food or beverage. Fishing traps. Like I heard though, like at like the 40-something day, they give you a fishing net to fish with, but at the same time, a lot of people weren't even able to catch stuff with that fishing net. So it's just nothing's guaranteed. Like the 40-something, something like that. I heard.
I'm done by then.
What's good, Rich? And then, we just talking about the show alone, man, and what you can and can't bring. Oh, you missed Kyle Lowry.
No,
I know Rich was waiting to see that.
Number 7, big booty, big old bubble butt booty. Kyle, let me see that booty. Lowry. Glory! God damn, you thick!
You win, Rico. You win.
Should have never let me find out I could do that, boy. Should have never gave me that.
Number 7.
Oh, my fault. I did not.
Yeah,
I honestly
please
did not mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. That's right.
Not again.
Seen that bit? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you've seen it. I was just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in your
favorites.
I'm sure it's in your favorites.
Your favorites. You see, I'm watching every survival show and fighting show before that. I am too. Even anime. Because anime gives me random good tips. I'm watching everything realistic first, and whatever time I have left before I go, I'll even look up some smart stuff, man. Because anime be randomly really smart with stuff, especially like cooking and survival stuff. I've learned the most random stuff. And before we go, because we're basically down to like the last 6-10 minutes. How do y'all feel about Bill Russell's number technically being retired, but players can still wear the number?
That's what I still don't get. It's
go.
Yeah. So basically, I know they did that because a certain LeBron James wears that number 6. But
I wanted to see LeBron wear another number.
Yeah, if you ain't going to stop the players currently wearing the number, then what's the point of even retiring it? So
I don't know what's the point of the ceremony.
Now,
let's think about all think about all the jersey revenue they could have got if they made LeBron change his number, because everybody gonna buy another LeBron jersey.
They would instantly make money. That's a good point. That's a great point. They will make a lot of money.
So now the current NBA players are the last ever players to wear the number 6. So after they retire, this number can't be worn again. Like, what? Just make them change their number 2.
And Rich, I told them about your camp. That's why Luck said this. We were talking about it. I tried to describe your camp. It sounds like a serious camp. But yeah, what were you about to say, Jalen?
No, that's all I was saying. But I guess Alex Caruso is going to be the last 6 on the Bulls, man. That's great.
So is it like from now on a retirement? Like from now on, no new 6s?
Yeah, I feel like that would be the case. I don't know.
Okay.
But I was going to say, we never got to Ezra Miller, your boy.
We gonna get there. We gonna AB real quick. AB real quick.
No,
narcissism over 9,000.
I was enjoying my dinner the other night and saw it. I saw it yesterday, last night. I was enjoying my dinner and I'm like, bro, ain't no way he said that. There's no way this is real.
Ain't no way Antonio Brown said this.
You right.
You want to ask yourself that again?
Am I the only one that loves this?
Yes.
Am I the only one?
No, this was hilarious. This was absolutely hilarious.
Saying, but I'm not even talking about hilarious. Like, I love this mentality. If y'all know me,
this is exactly what Kanye said. Kanye said this. He said, "I wish I weren't me, so I could watch me." He basically said,
I feel the same way.
Somebody say he stole Kanye's flow. I enjoy that for like somebody that's not Antonio Brown, but because it is Antonio Brown, he doubling down. I hate it. I hate it.
Especially like, where did this come from? This man has been performing. He's doing new dances, and his performances are weird because he performs other people's songs most of the time. It's really weird. Like, he'll perform Kanye, then Lil Uzi Vert. I don't understand who's booking him to perform other people's songs. It's so weird.
Me the minute he wilded out on the Buccaneers last season. And then,
that was a little
and then a couple hours after, he dropped his new track on his Instagram story. That's when I was like, all right,
he was already like dressed up, flying everything. Like it was somebody from New York, like documenting the whole thing with his camera and stuff. Yeah. It was crazy.
Blocked right after that moment.
If y'all know me, y'all know I love the most arrogant of personalities. Gilgamesh from the Fate series, the anime. I absolutely like stuff like this. This made me like him more. Like, I didn't know he felt this.
This is type of narcissism that I admire, because this type of narcissism I haven't seen before. Someone got to read this though.
You said
I'll do the honors if someone don't read this. This is
go ahead. You got a dramatic voice too, or you can put on an arrogant voice like this is what I do type of thing.
All right. My biggest regret.
Why?
I had to try. I got too much power. I'm sorry. All right, go ahead. I'm done.
You try to put that Lowry thing. Okay. My biggest regret in my career doesn't involve calling my GM a cracker or showing up to Raiders camp late in a hot air balloon with frozen feet or throwing rocks at the UPS driver, and it definitely doesn't involve taking my shirt off and doing a victory lap around the Jet Stadium mid-game while throwing up deuces. My biggest regret is that I'll never get to see me, Antonio Brown, play a game live. Sure, I can watch the game afterwards, but I can't imagine what that was like for you all to see something like that. Like watching the Beatles or Jesus perform at Red Rocks.
I love it. Absolutely. I am a big Antonio Brown fan now. I was neutral on him before. This is my dog now.
I'd rather see Ben Simmons shoot three. I'm not watching.
Imagine Antonio Brown being jealous of us because it's like, damn, you really get to watch me play. Man, I hate you can do that.
I absolutely love it. I'm not that bad, but I'm close to it. I absolutely love it.
It's like he looks at us like if we come in, me and Antonio Brown ask for an autograph or whatever picture, he just looks at us with envy. It's like, damn, I wish I was you, just so I could watch myself, just so I could take a picture of myself.
Genuinely too, like really upset. Like, dang, y'all are lucky. Y'all are so lucky.
Y'all get to experience me in this lifetime. Damn.
I get to witness greatness.
It's just the burden of greatness, I guess. Like I have to be me, so I can't be someone else, so I can watch me.
And then lastly, before we move on to Ezra Miller, because I'm pretty sure that's going to take up 20 minutes. Just an announcement: the World Health Organization is urging the public not to attack monkeys amid the monkeypox outbreak, following reports that primates have been poisoned and killed in Brazil repeatedly. I don't know why people think because it's monkeypox they need to go kill monkeys, but the same thing happened with coronavirus. People stopped buying Corona beer. It's just wrong place, wrong time. You get labeled with something that isn't your fault. Like when hurricanes happen and you happen to have the same name as the hurricane and people hate you for it, it's you do nothing wrong and you get punished for it.
Why that monkey look so sad though? Like,
that's why I picked it. That's why I picked it. Because like, why are y'all attacking monkeys because of monkeypox? Like, leave them alone. Leave monkeys. Even though, where is it? Is it Spain, Brazil? Somewhere monkeys are like attacking people, like killing their dogs and taking children. Like somebody killed.
Got black.
Oh yeah,
got black forces.
Somebody killed a monkey, like somebody's dog. Yeah. Somebody killed a monkey, and then now like the whole tribe of monkeys every day come to the village and literally like attack them and try to steal children and stuff. Oh, Trey Lance, his rookie speedster Danny Gray for us 86-yard touchdown. Oh, I'm tuning in. I'm definitely checking out after this. Y'all know I'm a big Trey Lance fan. He's really raw, but y'all know I love him. All right, so Ezra Miller.
Go.
This is gonna be a while. I have this in somewhat chronological order, but it's more so of where he's done things. Because the most fascinating thing about Ezra Miller is that the locations of where he's done all this stuff. None of them are close at all. None of them are related. It's different countries. It's different states. We're gonna get to it. So let's start. First of all, lately he's been wearing bulletproof body armor and carrying a gun, at least one gun, everywhere he goes. Let's start with that. That's his outfit: body armor, gun. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. Everywhere he goes.
Ops.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we're gonna get to who his ops are. That combination of people, crazy. We'll get to it. All right. So starting with Iceland. Well, first of all, he's from New Jersey. Let's go ahead and get that out the way. Spent a lot of time in LA for movies. Iceland. He was the leader of a cult-like sanctuary in Iceland with artists, expats, and spiritual confidants. Yes.
Of all the countries?
Yeah,
we're gonna get it. During the 2 months Miller spent in Iceland, rumors spread amongst locals that the actor was running a cult out of an Airbnb. Okay. We can pause. We can take a pause. Take a pause.
Why we still got the picture of the sad monkey?
Yeah.
I guess I can go get. I'm not gonna lie. I prefer to look at the monkey than Ezra Miller, but I'll go get him. I'll go get Ezra Miller. His jawline is too strong. It makes me mad. I hate strong jawlines like that. It really makes me mad. So, man, if you prefer to look at this, you know what I'm saying? Now we can do that. We can do that. Nah, that's too late. Hands free.
I think the monkey is better.
Hands free. It's too late. Too late. So, run of a cult.
It looks like he's trying to be Prince, but turns out to look like Michael Jackson.
It's actually
you try to look like Prince, but you look more like Michael Jackson than anything.
The jawline is really upsetting. And it's crazy too.
I was picturing Ezra Miller in the Flash and all the DCEU movies, but this Google images page, yeah, he definitely looking like a cult leader.
Yeah,
right
we'll go to this one.
That
we'll
Flash
go to this
movie
one.
did not age well. I see. Marvel ain't promoting that right now.
We'll go to this one. We'll do that. We'll go to this one. Make it compromise for everybody.
I mean, that's not how he currently looks, though. But
yeah,
we can rock with
whatever.
it.
That's why he looked basically in Flash without the mask. But all right. So far, cult running a cult out of an Airbnb in Iceland. Any questions?
Out of an Airbnb too.
I mean, excuse me. Where do I begin?
How you find an Airbnb in Iceland?
That allows you to run a cult. Like, why are they not managing this? Like, why? It's not his property. He's renting it. He like literally went to Airbnb and was like, give me an apartment where I can hold a bunch of people so we can have spiritual meetings and cult-like stuff. So
there's no way this is underground, because I feel like you'd have to find a way to get people to go to Iceland. So like, yeah, there's got to be some type of pamphlet or something that he handed out.
Some type of marketing. Some type of marketing, right?
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. I mean, still Iceland. Permanent residents described him as an aggressive person with a revolting smell who rarely changed out of their clothes. Any questions?
Why?
I mean, this sounds like people are just me in the street of downtown.
This man is breaded, bro. Why are you doing this?
The difference between him and them is that, like, I mean, yeah, he has money.
It gets way worse. I'm warning you. 3 people recalled Miller walking barefoot through, I can't pronounce the city, but it's in Iceland, noting long unclipped toenails and what may have been an infected gash on his foot. Oh yeah, they were there. The Airbnb, a house in the city, suburb of another city, was described by one visitor as a commune with beds laid out on the floor. Miller collected a community of artists, expats, and beautiful young women who were said to hang on his every word. Somebody said, quote, I felt like everyone was hypnotized, unquote. Miller led group meditations and claimed to possess supernatural powers. He also paid for food, lodging, marijuana, and once handed a musician the equivalent of $1,500 for his birthday. But if anybody ever disagreed with any point, it can be something as small as I don't like the temperature in this room right now. He would explode, like in rage.
I mean, that sounds about right. It is a cult, and he's the leader, so
everything I say goes, type of thing.
And if to prove to people he has powers, all you gotta do is just turn into the Flash movie. It's like, see, I have powers.
basically. Okay, staying in Iceland, separate from the cult. In 2020, the world first learned of Miller's increasingly erratic behavior when a video showed him choke slamming a woman in Iceland.
Choke slamming? What is he, Kane? The Big Show? Choke slamming.
Wait,
it gets worse.
You said there's video?
Yeah, there's a video of it. I guess I could try to get it. Ezra Miller choke. We gotta go to Twitter, I guess.
Get bored.
What's up? Yeah, bro.
You said choke slam, not just choke.
That's what somebody said. I'm literally reading like exact quotes, so I don't have nothing. I ain't got nothing for you.
He had Kane's finishing move on them.
My fault.
The choke slam.
So we got the video. This is like the most recent representation of him. We have the video. Oh, here it is. Oh, okay. So I guess that's technically the slam, like choke and then throw to the ground.
Yeah, that's a choke. He thought he was Kane out there.
I don't know what's going on, bro. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Oh, wait, let me see. Can y'all see?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, now he's good.
Yo, he's dressed in red too, like Kane.
I don't know.
Oh, that's a weak choke slam. Oh, no, that's a weak choke slam.
It's just like, how do we get? Because she's joking. You see her dancing and stuff. She didn't know he was that serious. So that's the other part of the quote. The woman thought it was just a joke, but then Miller actually jumped on her and began choking her. And apparently he's screaming at her. So I don't know. I've never seen somebody get choked and the person choking is the one screaming. That has to be a really horrific event. Like, that has to be really weird. Just imagine you getting choked and the person choking you is screaming at you in your face like they're the one getting choked. That is scary. That's it. And then so screaming at her, actually fighting her friend, began filming what's happened. The woman noted that Miller had spat on her friend's face multiple times before this happened or afterwards. Huh?
Was she dancing? What the hell was that?
You know what I'm saying? You can tell she didn't know it was this serious.
She was doing a half-ass Millie Rock.
Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was, but so she thought it was a game until he showed her that it wasn't. So yeah, the whole thing just looks so stupid. I'm so upset. All right, so that's it for Iceland. Any questions before we move on to any other locations? We got like 8 locations.
Wait, we're leaving the continent. we're
leaving Iceland. We're not coming back.
Oh my
God. We leave Iceland. All right,
was
so no
this
questions.
all in like this year or last year?
It's like within the last 5 years about.
So Justice League came out after this?
I think.
I'm sure it did, yeah.
At least
during this.
Making movies within these 5 years, yes.
So what you're telling me is DC was just like, all right, we can let that rock, but whatever the new news is,
they're trying to make their money. Yeah, they just trying to make their money. They held an emergency meeting recently, like the past few months, to see what they're gonna do. Are they just gonna scrap any footage that he's still in? Or are they just not gonna let him film anymore and stuff like that? I feel like there's an obvious answer, but they had a meeting over it.
How much money are they wasting? They can't do the Flash. They just dropped the Batgirl one, right? And then nobody's really like seeing their movies as much as Marvel movies, so they're losing. They've got to be losing bread. Not losing bread, but they've got to not make it. The margins aren't phenomenal. They
I heard they're supposed to be coming out with a Flash movie that literally stars him. He's the solo act, and now it's just like they're basically trying to figure out whether they should go on with it.
They better get the Barry Allen from the TV Flash at this point. I'm not using him.
I don't care what they do. Just don't use those CGI from that show, please. Please.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, CGI from the Flash show is crazy. So y'all ready to go to Hawaii?
Okay, let's see.
All right.
Hawaii has multiple things. He actually spent quite a bit of time in Hawaii. All right, so March 27, 2022, Miller is arrested in Hawaii and charged with disorderly conduct and harassment following a physical confrontation with patrons at a karaoke bar. And basically, there were people singing karaoke. It sounded bad. He got irritated and told them to shut up and started screaming at them. And then they just kept screaming. So then he eventually started assaulting everybody at the bar and fighting everybody.
Sounds like there's after that last trip in Iceland. So
looks like you'll fit well in the NFL training camp.
Yeah.
Basically. So he didn't like the way people were singing karaoke. He just wanted it to basically be a quiet bar, which is like, why not just take your drink somewhere else? But what's even weirder is that when the police came to arrest him, he was screaming basically that he was the victim. And he said, what did he say? Quote, he screamed, quote, "I got assaulted and I started filming. Let me show you the video. I got assaulted in this bar twice in a row. I filmed myself when I get assaulted for NFT crypto art." So, unquote.
I got nothing to say to that one. I got nothing to say to that one.
And then also they called him a he, and then he got really upset because he goes by they. So that was another thing that he spazzed on the Hawaiian police for. Too. So
that's how he got assaulted.
Yeah, and it's like really like when you read articles of him, it's hard to understand because say Ezra Miller assaults couple, and we're gonna get to that eventually. He's fighting a couple.
Yeah. Then
they'll use the word they, and you don't know if they're talking about Ezra Miller or the couple because he goes by they now. Like they say they instead of he. So like it'll be like they did something when it's 1v3, but they're talking about
3.
They did something to them.
Yeah, so it was kind of difficult to keep up with exactly what was going on when I was doing the research, but I got through it. All right, March 29th, 2022, 2 days later, the couple who lived with Miller at the hostel, different couple, completely different people. A couple that lived at a hostel. I don't know who would live at a hostel in general, first of all, with Ezra Miller.
Why is he there?
Yeah, bro, rich at a hostel. Literally the place you go to save money.
Yeah.
Most inconvenient living quarters ever. And after I watched the movies, never living in a hostel. I don't care what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
So the couple who lived at the hostel filed a restraining order against them, which I just don't even know how that works. Everybody's staying in the same hostel. So when Miller returned home, he threatened the couple by saying, "I will bury you and your slut wife." And then the petition alleges that Miller stole the wife's passport and the husband's wallet, which contains his credit card, social security card,
Why doesn't
and
he even
driver's
steal a
license.
wallet?
I just menace. All right. Don't need the money. Menace. I don't know what he's gonna do with her passport. Menace. Straight menace. Driver's
Black
license.
Air Forces was a person.
Bruh, it's bad. He's literally the Riddler. Again, we're only in the first 2 locations. And also, police reports say that they're unsure if the items were ever returned. So apparently, it probably wasn't. He probably still has them.
Unsure. Ask Ezra Miller beats me. I don't know.
And so after that, the couple was finally granted the restraining order. Then 3 weeks later, after that last event, all in Hawaii, all within a month, the actor was again taken into custody in Hawaii for allegedly throwing a chair which hit a woman at a private party, leaving a 26-year-old woman with a half-inch cut in her forehead. So he threw a chair at a woman.
How was he at the private party?
I don't know who invites him. I don't know at this point. Who's inviting him?
Who allowed Ezra Miller on the list?
You said 3 days later, right?
3 weeks later.
Oh,
you had the first 2 things it was 1 day, 2 days later, the next thing with the passport and stuff, and then 3 weeks later, the private party. All in Hawaii.
When does he realize he is the problem?
Oh, he doesn't.
Nah.
You will get to that. Remember, he thinks he's a supernatural being, so we're gonna get to that a little later as well.
I think he acknowledged that he is the problem. He just likes being the problem.
Yeah, he don't care, bro. I'm telling you, he's the Riddler. Literally the Riddler or the Joker, whichever one. Y'all ready to leave Hawaii and go to Germany?
So we are leaving the continent.
Bro, bro, everywhere, bro. None of this stuff adds up. There's no pattern. It's completely sporadic.
Go to Deutschland.
This man gets in trouble, goes to another country. I don't know why he's not in jail. He's been arrested recently. I'm pretty sure he's just going to get out again because we're going to go through it. He's been arrested multiple times. Okay. Germany. He was harassed by a woman. And he harassed a woman after he refused to leave her apartment.
I was surprised when they say he was harassed by a woman. That's what I was like, you sure that ain't no typo?
No, I'm sorry. He harassed a woman in Germany after Miller refused to leave her apartment after being asked to, because what started it was he was smoking a cigarette. The lady didn't want him to smoke the cigarette inside her house. Like, can you please go outside to do that? He went ballistic and started harassing her. Ezra Miller allegedly called the German woman a Nazi, and she's a Holocaust survivor. So, that's just terrible. And so she had a friendship, a sexual friendship with Miller. That's how they know each other. Okay, and then Miller's mood changed dramatically when she told him he couldn't smoke in her house, which set him off. And then when the women asked Miller to leave, they hurled insults at each other, and he began searching through her house and spreading tobacco leaves all on the floor. And I don't know about y'all, but that sounds too specific and random for it not to be a curse. Like just randomly spreading tobacco leaves. And so I feel like if you can go high up enough and look down, it will be like a crop circle or something, like a devil ritual. So I would move out the house. At that point, he got it. That's his house. I can't smoke, huh? All right, let me curse your house real quick with the same cigarette. I'm good on that.
What's the date of this occurrence?
2020, same year.
Okay, got it.
No, I mean 2 years before. 2 years before. We're going back a little bit.
Okay.
So 2 years. This is 2020. All right, y'all ready to leave Germany and go to Massachusetts? Any questions before we leave?
Not to the state.
Oh, what do you do to my home state now?
I was gonna say, like, is this man flying coach or is he actually gonna pay?
That's a good question. Is it private jets? Is it just randomly on a normal Southwest flight? Is he just taking a boat that he stole and Mission Impossible? I have no idea how he's getting around. Yeah, I just know he's rich. He
definitely ain't flying first class after doing all of this. So
on the no-fly list at this point.
Taking United Airlines.
Bro, he has to have a private jet because there's no way they're allowing him to do this. All right, so Massachusetts. An unarmed mother and her 12-year-old child in Greenfield, Massachusetts were granted a temporary harassment prevention order against Miller for a February incident in which the child's mother and neighbor claimed that a visiting Ezra Miller started screaming at them and showed a gun that had been concealed and claimed that the girl was an elevated being who would be lucky to have someone like me guide them. That's what Ezra Miller said.
Now I think I read this one. Now I know this story.
He's the elevated being, so he must be some sentient, like he's some god. Or
whatever. And then she's like the chosen one that he's supposed to take and nurture. Where did he find this 12-year-old? He's not from Massachusetts. So where was this 12-year-old? Yeah, she's 12.
Yeah,
this is who we're talking about.
I know this story. Now I know this story.
So like, where was the 12-year-old at for Ezra Miller to even see her and be like, I gotta meet her? Because apparently he's going to their house when this happens.
The one. That's the one.
Like, what's going on? How does he know the 12-year-old? All right, so and also at some point they say Miller became fixated on the 12-year-old, complimenting them excessively and moving their chair closer. So why is Ezra Miller anywhere near this kid to where he can sit next to him?
Yeah, is this public thing? Is this in the crib? Like, where's this at?
I guess in the house, because they said the neighbor and the child's mom are the ones that filed the complaint. Like the neighbor noticed it as well.
The mom was just
wasn't he friends with like some 15-year-old girl too? This might be the
oh yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Okay,
we're gonna get to that. That's another one. Y'all ready to leave Massachusetts and go to Vermont?
This man worldwide.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, he's on a world tour of terror. A world tour of terror. June 23rd, 2022, a Rolling Stone, this was really bad. A Rolling Stone investigation revealed that a 25-year-old woman and her 3 children, ages 1 to 5, have been living in Ezra Miller's Vermont farm in terrible living situations. They're concerned with the living arrangements because Miller's home had unattended guns everywhere around the living room, mature marijuana plants, and all kinds of just dirty. They said even one time the 1-year-old child allegedly played with a loose bullet and almost swallowed it and placed it in his mouth. Also, the mother and children who remain anonymous met Ezra Miller in Hawaii. So he took them from Hawaii to Vermont for his farm. My main question is, where do you get a farm? A farm seems like a long-term thing that you have your entire life. You've been living on a farm. How do you just suddenly gain a farm when you need it? From Hawaii to Vermont, just like, oh, I need a farm real quick. People are selling farms?
And then just house a family in there?
Why are the parents anonymous?
Allowing this. Yeah.
Why are they anonymous? Why are they allowing this? But why are they anonymous? Like, how are they just getting off like they didn't have any type of involvement in this?
But I mean, she was there with them on the farm. Mom, 3 children aged 1 to 5 in terrible conditions, guns everywhere, bullets everywhere, just in the living room everywhere, marijuana plants, just terrible, bro. I don't know what's going on. The farm part, I mean, I know, of course, like the children part is the worst part, but the farm is the most confusing part because that's such a long-term thing. How do you take a family from Hawaii to Vermont? Which brings back the question, is he taking a private plane? Because there's no way people looked at Ezra Miller, as famous as he is, with 3 Hawaiian children and just going to Vermont like it's nothing. There's no way he was just on Southwest chilling. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. So we still have a few more locations, but I'm to the part where we know who his exact ops are. So any more questions about the Vermont farm before we move on?
There's got to be. It's like, was she with him? Like, were they in a relationship? Him and the mom or something? Why? How were they in like? And was Ezra there when they found them or no?
I don't think so. I don't know. I guess they found them and the guns. I guess not Ezra Miller. Wow. All right. So his ops. He said in a recent video that he fears that the FBI and the KKK are trying to kill him. It's just the FBI hate him because he keeps trying to groom minors. It's like the 12-year-old earlier. We're gonna get some more later. Later. The KKK is the one where it's like he's white. What did you do to the KKK?
That's what I'm saying.
For them to hate you more than they hate us? Like, why are the KKK hunting him down? So that's the reason he goes everywhere with the bulletproof vest and a body armor and a gun.
They stopped everything with black people. It was like, yeah, now we gotta get.
Yeah, it's like, bro, we gotta put black people
Enemy
on hold,
number
bro.
one.
Ezra Miller gotta go. What did he do? I gotta know what he did. Please tell me what he did. That is such a random op when you're white. Like, this is just so random. That's what you're looking out for. Like, when you're going from city to city, going into restaurants, you're peeking out the blinds or the KKK here. Like, what is going on? And then the FBI, of course, like, that's not an organization you want to play with. It's just like, you know, those are two organizations that hate black people, though. I mean, the FBI with crack and then the KKK, obviously. So I don't know what he did as a white man to be hated by them so much.
He probably thinks he's black.
Yeah,
he thinks he got superpowers. He probably thinks he's black.
I would not put it past him at this point.
Rich said this is the first good thing the KKK have ever done. If they could just cancel each other out, like where it's just one big explosion where Ezra Miller and the entire KKK go at the same time, that would be a productive day.
Sometimes it would just all out war at his Vermont farm.
Just holding it down like a fort with guns. Just a whole bunch of KKK members trying to flood in. And he's just military outside with the gun, holding it down. Y'all ready to go to the North Pole?
What?
All right, so Miller has plans to travel to the North Pole to plant a flag for the future, a capsule containing a petition with nearly 3 million signatures to protect the Arctic. They will trek with other activists who are in the front lines of climate change. First of all, where did he get the 3 million signatures? Yeah. Also, his goals are conflicting with the little children on the farm. Yeah. Trying to the children is a higher being, and I'm trying to take you to being the higher being. Colt in the Airbnb trying to save the planet. What are the goals here? What is his life's mission exactly? What are we doing here? What is
real quick with the kid, right? Like, is he traveling with this kid or the kid just staying?
We'll get to that. There's the 12-year-old. No, there's another one that he is. We'll get to that. Later. We'll get to that later. He definitely confiscated a kid at one point.
Crazy. The other one he is, yeah. No.
Yeah. We shouldn't have to say it. Shouldn't even be one, but there is another one. So any questions about his vision board about how he has to save the world but also terrorize every country in the process?
All the yarn put together, it just
yeah, like whoever's investigating this, the lead investigator is upset and confused. He's like, I can't do it. I don't know what the motive is. What is the end game? We don't know where he's gonna. Then also try to guess where he's gonna be next. Please try to guess where he's
the
going
world
to be
for
next.
The greater good. That's what he's doing, just causing trouble among everything else for the greater good.
All right, and so 3 million signatures. Were y'all one of them? Do y'all know anybody that's one of these 3 million signatures? Where do you get 3 million signatures for something?
I hope not. How do you get 3 million signatures and this not be known amongst people? Like this,
I've never heard. I've never heard of this. I've never heard of the climate change initiative. And why does he care about that? Like, out of all of the bad he's doing, why is saving
putting
the Arctic
a Hawaiian family in poor living situations, but you care about the climate?
And then why the North Pole? Why can't you put the flag somewhere like in DC in front of the White House? Why are you going to the North Pole where there are no cameras to put a flag? Like, why?
And this is like an eyewitness account. He relied on an eyewitness account for this to be relayed.
I guess they got to record it. They got to record, hey, I'm in the South Pole. Here's this flag with 3 million signatures. Do something about it. And even then, now what? What happens after that? Even if everybody sees that.
What exactly are the signatures for?
Petition.
What do they portray? Oh, yeah, we agree with them, but
what's it going to lead to?
No,
like, what action is going to happen because of these signatures?
Flag happened. Flag happened. Nothing else after that. He didn't think that far. You can kind of tell by his track record that he doesn't really think far. He just does. Because taking a Hawaiian family to Vermont to live on a farm is crazy.
He's far, man. He got 3 million people to agree with him, like out of nowhere. Nobody knows anybody any signatures, bro.
Bro, I don't know a single person. I'm trying to find them. I'm trying to, maybe when I go to New York on vacation, I'm gonna try to ask around, like, have you signed an Ezra Miller petition before? Because somebody has to. Somebody, if he has 3 million signatures, it's bound to be at least one person in New York City that's one of them. Yeah, it's just no way.
Exactly. And if it's that
especially since he's from New Jersey.
And if it's that easy, I might just start my own movement, figure something out, and then
3 million signatures with the guy that's just this disagreeable. All right, so y'all ready to leave the North Pole and go to San Diego?
San Diego, let's go.
Semi-normal place.
Yeah,
West Coast. All right, so in a video from the San Diego Comic-Con in 2017, going a little bit further back, a fan can be seen asking Ezra Miller if they are drunk, because I guess he was apparently acting drunk. But the actor joked in response that the Flash can't get drunk because his metabolism is so fast. Then the fan asked if they could smell Ezra Miller's breath as proof, which is weird in the first place. And then it was at this point Ezra Miller kissed the man on the lips before continuing to kiss his face. And then Ezra Miller asked, "How did it smell?" and walked away. And the fan was traumatized.
Sounds about right.
I mean, granted, the fan asked if they could smell his breath.
Yeah,
so,
that was weird. He deserved that.
That was kind of asking for it. That one was kind of asking for it.
I guess he didn't know who Ezra Miller was and thought he would be the aggressor.
I was gonna say, forget any of that. Why are you approaching Ezra Miller after this? All of that. What date is that?
No, this is 2017. So technically, he may not have had a fair warning as to who Ezra Miller was.
Now I feel bad for him because maybe he was just. He was just
thought it was a normal celebrity. Yeah, he just thought,
Hey, let me
but
smell
still
your
a dumb
breath
question.
Real quick.
Yeah, still a weird question. Like that's a weird way to play around. He got what he wanted. He got to clearly taste his breath.
Yeah,
he got all of that. So
got the answer.
And also, before we move on, it's been like recent reports now that people are like, oh yeah, because now that he's been doing all this crazy stuff, people from the Flash set and like all of the DC people are basically saying like, yeah, I did kind of notice he was kind of crazy. Like randomly, he would just break down after he like messed up a line. He would like super spaz out about it and beat himself up over it and stuff like that and kind of spaz. Yeah. So people are starting to see like, oh, we could kind of see he was crazy from the beginning. We just didn't think much of it. We just thought he was just emotional type of thing.
How?
All right, so we're going from y'all ready to go from San Diego to a Native American reservation?
Why? How is this man granted entrance? Like how to enter?
Yeah, where is he getting permission to go to these places? How's he getting a passport? How it's bad. So this is the one that's probably honestly the worst. Because after this, we just kind of have like a couple of situations here and there that aren't that bad. I mean, it's still like why. But they're more like side missions compared to the stuff that we talked about. So you could definitely say this is probably the worst thing. All right, so June 8th, 2022, the parents of 18-year-old activist Gibson Dakota Iron Eyes, you can tell she's Native American, her name is Iron Eyes, who is non-binary, accuses Miller of grooming their child since she was 12 years old. Miller met Dakota Iron Eyes during a Dakota pipeline protest when she was 12 years old. First of all, why was he was there at that?
This is the news I read. Yeah, the grooming part.
He was there
until he turned 18.
I remember that because they wanted to like run a pipeline or some train tracks through like sacred Native American land. So, I mean, I guess we appreciate Ezra Miller as a celebrity and his notoriety going there to make it more like famous and people to be like for it to reach more eyes and more people. But so he met the 12-year-old girl there, and apparently the parents accused Miller of facilitating an inappropriate relationship marred by drugs and physical and verbal abuse. And then Gibson issued a statement on Instagram June 6th in which the parent and they accused their parents. This is the kid of the child accuses the parents of being transphobic and denies any of the allegations from Ezra Miller. So the kid is taking up for Ezra Miller for some odd reason. Well, again, mind you, the kid is 12 at this point.
Yeah, it was groomed since they were 12. So at the end of the day, it's kind of like they're already brainwashed by Ezra Miller.
And how much were they together? Like, did the parents allow the 12-year-old to go over Ezra Miller's house for years? Like, how did this start?
Same thing with R. Kelly.
Yeah, see, I understand it's been 6 years, but like, and I understand it's 2022, the cell phones and everything, they just call or something, right? But like, how are these parents not aware that somebody's in contact with Ezra Miller?
It's not that they're not aware. Like, Ezra Miller's a celebrity. Like, some parents just be like, like, hey, just whatever gets us close to celebrity. It's the R. Kelly thing all over again. Like how mothers are giving like their thoughts to R. Kelly.
There's definitely some bad parenting involved. At least, if not anything, lack of awareness, like severe lack of awareness. Like it's just ridiculous. So, I guess the worst part is that they've been on the run since she was a minor. But now, since she's 18, the police literally can't do anything about it at this point. So the parents are upset because she's technically legally like an adult now. They literally can't do nothing,
even though he's been around her since she was 12. So that's probably like the worst part of it. And so now nobody knows where they are. They post from random Instagram accounts that get deleted. So nobody knows what country, what state these people are in right now. Yeah, right now they're on the run currently. What the? Bro, how? Wait, so how can they not go after her because she's 18 now, but the accusations are prior to her turning legal? Maybe the parents waited too long. Again, I think there's definitely a percentage of bad parenting in this. A lot of bad all around. Of course, most of it, the worst part is Ezra Miller, but the parents have some fault in this. And so again, that was like that's the worst thing. But side mission wise, he released an EP in 2015 with his band named Sons of an Illustrious Father. So he has a band and
Sons of an Illustrious Father. What type of name is that? I don't know
what that means. I have no idea what that means. If anybody feels like going to listen to that EP, please let me know how it goes.
Shay, you got it, bro. Shay,
we volunteer you, my boy. Just let me know.
I'm good.
All right,
Antonio Brown before that.
All right, so kind of an update to the worst part. Miller shares memes to Instagram. He creates an Instagram account and deletes it, mocking the police for not being able to find them and the girl, Dakota, including one that read, "You cannot touch me. I am in another universe." And then he deleted his Instagram. And then also that video where he announced to his ops were the KKK and FBI was also recent since they've been on the run together. That video, of him talking, telling the KKK to kill themselves and things like that, that's been since he's on the run too, and he deleted his Instagram after that as well. And then just lastly, there's apparently around 6 restraining orders placed against him around the world. So got a couple in Iceland.
It's only 6.
Couple in Hawaii. Vermont, it's a different type of guy, man. So Miller is now the reverse Flash, basically reverse Flash. My mom is right; he was hunting, not helping. I'm just gonna assume he went to that event on purpose. But yeah, man, that's really it. That's the Ezra Miller. It was a lot
to be continued.
Yeah, I'm about to say he just got arrested, but who knows how long that's gonna last? Because he's been arrested multiple times before.
Why are they not interrogating the people that joined his cult? They've got to know some more about how this man acts.
I guess maybe America doesn't have jurisdiction to go to Iceland to talk to him. I don't know. I do feel like we should.
There's a reason we went to Iceland. There had to be a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had to have known America can't touch me out here. I can get away with anything. I don't know. But I just don't see the goal. He went from cult to I don't know. I just saving the world. None of this stuff goes hand in hand.
And did they switch up? Is she now the higher being now, than when he's on the road?
I guess so. I guess what he's been looking for the whole time, I'm assuming.
So the prophecy was wrong.
I just don't know. Yeah,
he been searching for the avatar or something.
I don't know, but it's really bad. It's really bad. So there goes Ezra Miller's world tour so far. Of course, that he's probably done a bunch of stuff that hasn't even been documented. Say he goes to India and does something and nobody tells. Who knows what happens? So
because there's got to be occurrences where there's just no report to the police or whatever. This man's
everybody's scared to talk, things like that. Yeah, I'm scared. So that's it for Ezra Miller, and that's pretty much it for the stream. Did y'all want to say anything before we got up out of here?
Yeah, y'all both owe me $5 if he ends up in Syria. If he ends up in Syria, y'all both. I'm calling it right now.
Syria.
I'm surprised that man didn't end up in Russia at this point.
Yeah, Russia seems like an obvious next.
Worldwide, bro.
That's so random. Japan. I can see him randomly just being in Japan, just no reason. He might be part Asian. I don't know. I can see it happening though. But yeah, man. Any other things y'all want to say before we dip up out of here?
Dude, Ezra, he's got me like mind. Like
I'm scared.
Hey, bro. Hey, I don't even know what to say.
The fact that he's doing all of this and getting away with it.
Yeah. And my thing is like domestically with all the like him filming and stuff like that in the movies and whatever. Like how is, and especially the Flash. So this has to be like new footage. Like they've just started filming or whatever. How is it just like small reports of like, oh, I can kind of see how he's crazy? Like, nah, it's either he's either wild out there.
It's
crazy.
basically like a serial killer that you work with or something. Like, oh yeah, like I remember them being a little bit sociopathic, but didn't really think nothing of it.
It's either this man was crazy or he's not. Like, bro, like y'all have to know.
I seen this kid bring a dead animal to school, but I didn't think nothing of it.
Yeah, it do be like that. They filmed the whole Flash movie with Miller in it. So the whole movie that they're planning on releasing, he's already done his part. So now they're trying to figure out whether or not to release it.
There's no decision, bro. It's a no. It's a
no. Bro. Yeah, don't release that movie.
Yeah.
don't release that movie, bro. He does not deserve it.
Hey, maybe you don't know. Maybe that's like his final, like you said, all his side missions, his the yarn across the board or whatever it is. At least
like Mr. Jones said too. I still think they're gonna probably end up putting it out. Too much money. I think they're gonna put it out as well.
They canceled Batgirl though, so like they could still.
There's no way they released that movie because I don't know like everything you just said you broke down. Like I never heard any of that, but I know he was doing something crazy, right? So there's got to be a lot of people that's just surface level.
It's gonna be bad PR. They can't put that out.
Yeah, there's no way they can release that. Everybody's gonna turn on DC. I mean, I already turned on DC. Their movies are garbage, but that'll put me over the top. Like I heard they dropped the Black Adam with The Rock. Stop, miss me with that, bro. I'm good. I'm good watching 2.5 hours of The Rock, bro. I'm not doing it.
At least this is the first movie where he's not in a jungle outfit.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Normally some Jumanji and all these different movies. The other one with the boat. You know, he's normally in some type of jungle-ish outfit, like a tour guide, jungle safari. So, you know, at least it's a change in that. But yeah, man, y'all already know, man, the broadcast show, usually from 7 to 9, but Ezra Miller, we started with the last 5 minutes, and it took 45 minutes to break it down because it was just so much. Usually 7 to 9 every Friday. I appreciate everybody that pulled up. And we'll catch y'all next Friday, man. I appreciate y'all sticking in there. Again, thank you everybody that pulled up, and hopefully by next week, Ezra Miller has not caused World War III or something. And of course, we're gonna have a bunch of other topics to talk about.
Hopefully,
yeah. I mean, he's arrested right now, but I think he's gonna get out. That's just how it goes.
At the moment,
I think the most recent thing is that he was arrested. But like generally, he's been on the run for the past couple of years.
Okay, I got you.
But again, he gets out every time. He's been arrested like 8 times already, so I just don't expect it to stick.
Legit a real life Batman villain.
It's bad, bro.
Just with no Batman.
Yeah, escaping prisons left and right like it's nothing.
That man forms an underground fighting ring in jail and then uses them as bait to escape. He sends them to get caught, and then he escapes out the side. It's just, bro, I don't know what's going on, bro. Extremely
white Pablo Escobar. I mean, no, yeah, white El Chapo. White El Chapo.
File him already, please.
Yeah, he has to be put away in an all-white room, and I'm not even sure if that's enough. But yeah, man, we will catch y'all next Friday. Yeah, bro, find some way. But we will catch y'all next Friday, and we appreciate y'all. We